Get nasty on a Monday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Anthony Stalter. A couple more days until Jamie Rivers returns. Hopefully we'll see him back midweek, by the end of the week, something like that. Jamie continuing to recover from surgery. But again, hopefully we see Jamie in a couple of days. The Cardinals took on the Padres over the weekend. They dropped 2 of 3. The win on Saturday was nice. Nice comeback. Michael McGreevy got into a jam early on. Didn't look great the first couple innings, but I thought he bared down. I thought he showed some grit. I love that Adam Wainwright reached out to Michael McGreevy, saying how much he liked the curveball and, just kind of reaching out to the youngster that is likely ticketed for the 2026 rotation.
He seems like it.
I can't imagine. I mean, they don't have a lot of warm bodies for 2026. We don't know what the offseason's going to bring, but looks like Michael McGreevy's going to be in this starting rotation. But I thought it was a nice bounce back for him, and Saturday was fun.
Yeah, the offense finally came through. He gave up those 4 runs, and it was looking pretty bad. You're down 4-0 going into the 4th inning, and then Pages hits that home run. Like you're starting to. For me, I was a little bit concerned, obviously, but then you were able to. The home run happens. You tie the game up, and you finally find a way to win. So for me, I thought it was good. It was a good game. They found a way to get back into it. Normally, this second half hadn't been a lot to look forward to. Hadn't been a lot that is exciting, but it was a good game to get a win. Didn't win the series. I don't think that they've won a series yet, Anthony, since the All-Star break.
No, they haven't.
Who's keeping track, right?
I think you are, because you just threw that out there.
I am.
And I'm sure there's a lot of record keepers. They're probably keeping an eye on something like that.
Well, that's what baseball is.
It's all about the
founded
records.
on, Anthony. It's
record
about
keeping.
records.
That's right.
Yeah.
Other weekend observations.
For me, Nolan Gorman cannot be your third baseman moving forward.
So you didn't like that play at third base?
No.
Hey, look, you know what? Nolan Gorman, and again, I'm I don't body shame people, but he looks like he's a little bit out of shape. Like he looked like he came back a little softer around the midsection.
He looks like a guy you could give him the football and get 3 to 4 yards
3 to 4
out
yards, running back, fullback type body. One of the things you have to do as a professional athlete is maintain your diet, take care of yourself, stay in fighting shape, and make sure that you're ready to roll. I think some of those things, and also what it does is it does lead to injuries. If your core is not strong, you tend to have back issues, and if you're, so those things tend to tie together. You don't move as well. So I would wonder if that's something that he needs to, look into or take care of, because your body is how you make a living. Can't be injured, can't be, out of shape. And I don't think he's out of shape necessarily, but I think that there's 5 to 10 pounds, 8 pounds that would help him move a little bit and move a little bit better.
We all saw Pablo Sandoval play a mean third base.
He did.
You could play a little heavier, but
some people are.
Pablo was lighter on his feet than what you thought.
Some people are quick. Like we talked about Craig Ironhead Hayward.
Yeah.
Right. He was a big dude that can move laterally, go forward, go quick. Like Jerome Bettis was the same way. A little bit thicker than maybe your average running back. Maybe not the slightest of RBs, but damn it, he could pick him up and put him down and get in and out of cuts. Some people are gifted in that way, and some are not. So just depends on, what the good Lord gave you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Marsh says no on Nolan Gorman. Didn't like what he saw at third base.
No. And I keep seeing J.J. Weatherholt just completely dominate AAA. They moved him to third base. You got to start at third base the other day. Just saying.
You can kind of see where this is going now.
Absolutely.
I wonder if Nolan Arenado winds up spending the entire year, the rest of the season on the IL.
I thought about that too. I mean, you can keep putting him on the IL if you do have an injury elsewhere. He's healthy, he's back, he can come play again.
Yeah.
But if not, this is kind of a way maybe of DFAing someone without necessarily DFAing them. Hey, go rehab. Your shoulder sore? No, it's fine. No, is your shoulder sore? Is my shoulder sore?
Yes. I think it is, yes.
Is it?
We'll take that as a yes. Mark it down.
All right, I think it is.
He's been battling through something.
I can heal now. I don't understand. I don't see the point in playing Arenado the rest of the season.
You know what?
I think bringing up J.J. Weatherholt at some point, maybe you wait a couple of weeks, do play the nonsense game, just give Gorman an extended look at third. But if he's booting the ball around like he was in San Diego, maybe JJ starts in late August, early September.
Marcia, can you turn the mics off for a second? I want to talk to Anthony about something.
What's going on?
Okay, they're turned off.
I was just, watching this team, man, I don't want to watch him. But when I do watch, I only want to watch. I don't think that there's going to be much success, but I'm looking to watch some of the younger guys. Like, I only watch this team now to see what Masyn Winn is doing, Victor Scott, Jordan Walker, Ivan Herrera. Like, I only want to see. I know what Wilson Contreras is. He's a great player. He's going to be there. And, Nolan Gorman, I don't need to see him, man. Right. Lars Newbar, man, if he plays, he plays. Not like Rocky, if he dies, he dies. But if he plays, he plays. Yeah, sure. Alec Burleson, I feel kind of confident. And same thing with Brendan Donovan. I'm only watching the team for 4 guys.
Sure.
Everybody else, I don't give a damn.
You listed like 8 of them.
Yeah,
no, I'm only watching 4. I mentioned the other ones because I know who they are.
Yeah,
Lars and,
they're still on the team.
And Gorman, I know who they are. Brendan and Burley, I know who they are. Good and bad, conversely. And then the other 4 guys in the middle, I'm just trying to see. I just want to see good ball from them. I don't give a damn about anybody else.
Carey, I know you're going to be locked in.
Can you turn the mic back up?
Oh, no, I forgot to actually turn them off.
I didn't think you said anything too scathing.
No, I don't want to watch, is what I'm telling you. Well, I don't want to watch this team.
You'll be watching these next 3 games because they're taking on your L.A. Dodgers.
Well, now I will be watching that.
Starting tonight, Sonny Gray versus Tyler Glass now. Everybody tuned in.
Well, yeah, we remember last time they played the Dodgers, they won the series, Anthony.
Damn right. Remember we were all feeling good?
Well, you weren't. You were just saying that it was just 3 games out of 162.
Yeah, as it turned out.
Yeah, you were right.
As it turned out, just 3 games out of 162.
Can I bring something up real quick?
Yeah, sure.
We were just talking about Nolan Arenado. Pardon me. Nolan Arenado! From the 618 brings up, Arenado needs to play if you want to trade him this offseason. If he comes back in September looking healthy and rejuvenated, there's a chance someone will be interested in him. Do you believe that?
I think that's a fine thought. I think in theory that makes sense.
It made sense for Eric Fetty, and look what happened. They traded him.
Sure, yeah. No, they didn't actually. They held on to him and wound up getting worse and wound up DFAing him and trading him, in quotations, for cash considerations, which probably won't amount to very much going back to the Cardinals. In theory...
Every dollar counts, Anthony.
It certainly does. You're right. Absolutely. In theory, yeah, Arenado could come back in September and can play well, or mid-August or whatever it is, and maybe spark the interest of other teams. In reality, we know what the market is. It was the Astros among the 5 teams that, or among the teams that Arenado was interested in, and that was it. I don't think his market is suddenly going to become robust in the offseason. I think the question comes down to, for the Cardinals and Arenado, is, do you just eat the money? Do you eat the money? Now, Katie Wu was on with BK and Ferrario earlier today, and she said Cardinals won't. They never have. They have a little bit. They haven't ate this much money, but they ate money with Mike Leake. They ate money with Dexter Fowler. They have been known to absorb some of the contract in order to either move the player or move on from a player. Again, not to this level, to Katie Wu's point, but that, I think, is the question moving forward. I don't think you're gonna see the Cardinals able to trade him this offseason. It's either they're going to keep him and just play out the rest of the 2 years beyond this year, or they're just going to eat the money, which I think is probably the smart thing to do.
I don't think they're going to eat the money either, but I mean, you could surprise me. You could say, well, it's only $31 million for the next 2 years total, 15 and 16, I believe, and you could just say it ain't going to get much better. It's actually going in the wrong direction, and so we'll have to figure it out. I mean, because if you don't eat the money and you don't move on from them, you got guys, waiting to have an opportunity to play.
Yeah.
And where are you going to play him? I don't know if Nolan Gorman is on that list. He seems to slowly be kind of moving, and he did have a hit in that game, but again, just moving laterally, like he doesn't look comfortable. He doesn't look like he's capable of doing that right now, and not that can't change. But you have J.J. Weatherholt. You just got the kid Baez, who we'll talk about later, who people are saying is a really talented prospect. Like, you have players that are on the come that could be in that position, and I don't know that Nolan Arenado being there is going to help this organization.
Yeah, if JJ Watt, hey,
we're always looking for JJ Watt, right, Carey?
Always looking for JJ Watt.
If JJ Weatherholt is ready for next year, Carey, you've brought this up consistently. Where's he going to play?
Right.
If you're excited for JJ Weatherholt and you're the Cardinals, again, you may just need to eat the contract and say, in 2 years, we'll celebrate that we're done paying that money, but next 2 years is going to hurt writing those checks to Arenado. But you may just have to move on. Create that spot for Weatherholt. Then it's Weatherholt, Winn, and then some combination of Donovan and Gorman at second base with Wilson Contreras at first. And move forward and say the future. We got to look through the windshield now. We no longer look through the rearview mirror.
Could you make Nolan Arenado? Sorry. Nolan Arenado. Could you make him a defensive replacement? Some of the texters are maybe suggesting that.
You could, but do you want to task your manager with that? Because this is likely a future Hall of Fame player who I would imagine wants to start and try to win. And offensively, he hasn't been great at all. But I don't think you want to task Ollie Marmol or any manager for that matter with, hey, you have to sit Nolan Arenado until he's a defensive replacement until later in the games.
I will say though,
just move on.
I thought Ollie did a good job with how he handled Albert Pujols, and Albert Pujols made it so easy for Ollie to just keep playing him because he played well enough to stay in the lineup.
Well, that's the key, right? That's the key. I mean, Arenado offensively has been so bad this year that I highly doubt anybody called on his services at the deadline. So, move on.
I don't think he's a defensive replacement. I don't think you can. We've talked about managing the aging superstar like it's one of the hardest things. Albert Pujols was ready to retire halfway through the season towards the All-Star break. I think this is gonna work out for me. But he figured it out and he started playing better. And the Cardinals have kind of gone down this road with an aging star of your team with Wainwright. They let him keep going out there and pitching because he was chasing a record and your team was terrible, so it didn't really matter. I don't know that you can afford to continue to do that. And I don't think Nolan Arenado is a guy that's going to come off the bench in the ninth inning because you need an out, because you need somebody to play solid defense, and he's not batting. He's just going to be there in a complimentary role as a great teammate, as an older veteran. I don't think he thinks he's there just yet. And so, I don't think that will bode well for this organization or for him.
Bare minimum, though, you can't be batting him fifth.
No.
Like bare minimum.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
No.
You can't have your fifth place hitter, popping up to the second baseman every time.
No. That's correct. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. You can always join us, be a part of the show. Text line is 314-399-9646. That's the Air Comfort Service text line. You can always leave us the Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Our snake pit is rolling as usual. That is our YouTube channel, courtesy of the Airlines team studio cams. A lot of Cardinals, a lot of football, a lot of whatever you want to talk about today. Again, this is opportunity for you with the Cardinals not being a contender. Feel free to throw out some stuff that you might want to talk about today. In the fast lane, it's always Freedom Friday.
This is a soft Freedom Friday.
This is a soft Freedom Friday. Every day from here on out, it's a soft Freedom Friday.
We got a text from the 636. Dallas Cowboys, 2025 NFC East champions.
That's madness.
Oh, jeez.
That's a funny text.
What time is it? I guess it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Did they misspell Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah, clearly.
Can the Cardinals be... Actually, I want to read this from John Denton here for a second. All right. So I was reading one of John Denton's latest articles for MLB.com. And he has a whole paragraph about the Cardinals and improving the minor league system at the end. It says, supplement a strong system with a commitment to spending on free agents as the DeWitt ownership has proven to do in years when true contention is possible. And the Cardinals can be a model organization again. Now, John Denton says a model organization, not the model organization. But what would that look like? We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN. Dent of MLB.com covers the Cardinals. Cardinals rebuilds will bring brighter days back to Busch Stadium. And the overall mood of the article, as you can imagine, was very positive and just kind of looking ahead, right? Like, we don't have to be all doom and gloom when it comes to the Cardinals, as frustrating as things are. I agree with John Denton that at least the direction that they're taking makes a lot of sense. But one of the final paragraphs in this article, guys, I wanted to read to you here, and I teased part of it. But here's the paragraph that really stuck out from John Denton's article. It is a first step in a journey that figures to be arduous, but with a strong minor league system feeding the MLB club, always the lifeblood of a Cardinals organization that prided itself on its draft and develop approach for decades, the club should be able to make a certain recovery in time. Supplement a strong system with a commitment to spending on free agents, as the DeWitt ownership has proven to do in years when true contention is possible, and the Cardinals can be a model organization again. Now, when I first read it, I took it as the model organization. I'm like, no, this doesn't make it. Wait a second. He said a model organization, meaning there could be many model organizations.
And they could be one.
And they could be one of them.
I don't mind that. I think the...
How does it look, though?
Well, I think it looks like what they're doing, and we're going to talk about that later. We got a couple other topics, but what they're doing now, drafting, trading away, expiring contracts for prospects, and building up that minor league system so that when players get older and aren't performing well, when players' contracts run out, when guys are ready to move because you can trade or do those things and get something better in return in a different position, you have those pieces available to move up in the ranks and be ready to take those spots on the major league club. And I think that's what they are trying to do. I think people were frustrated. I'm being one of them, frustrated with the trade deadline that they only moved the expiring contracts, but what they got back in return, you're looking at it like, damn it, you need more pitching. You need more pitching, which you do. But at some point, Brendan Donovan's going to be older. Lars Newbar might be injured again. Nolan Arenado is not going to be on the roster. So you do need those positions to kind of fill those voids that those players are going to leave at some point. So looking at it, I think that they are trying to go in the right direction. I don't know if this is a Chaim Bloom mindset that called for the reset, or if it was John Mozeliak saying, hey, yeah, we stink, and trying to go out and, sign a couple of pitchers in the offseason to patch that hole up. Mm-hmm. That ain't worked at all. And we got to figure out a way to restart this process completely. I don't know if they're tearing it down to the studs. It kind of feels like it, but sometimes you have to do that in order to get the thing going in the right direction.
Marshall, what does it look like to you?
It needs to look more savvy. It needs to look more smart to me. It reminds me of like somebody who sees the cool guys hanging out and they're having a conversation. They're all having a good time. And you're like, I want to be a part of that. And then they walk over there. You're like, what are you guys talking about? And then all of a sudden they look at you and they leave.
Wow.
They leave. And why do they leave? Because they're on to the next thing, right? The Cardinals used to be the standard. They used to be ahead of the game, and now they have slowly fallen back to now. Hopefully this isn't the case, but by the time they actually get to where they need to be right now, hopefully those other teams aren't doing something different. And now you're continuing to try and catch up. Mm-hmm. I just don't think they've been savvy enough, bringing in certain players that they could rehab their career. Like you talk about all the time, hey, bring in a guy, maybe it's a 1-year thing where he can rehab his career and make his name better than it was.
Yeah.
Chris Carpenter, he wasn't a drafted and developed guy by the Cardinals, but it seemed like he had been a Cardinal his entire career just based on what we came to love about Chris Carpenter. You're not seeing stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
You're really not. It's really unfortunate. But I ultimately do think, based on how this team has drafted over the last X amount of years, they keep developing pretty good complementary pieces. At some point, you're going to have to go out and pay or be savvy enough to go out and trade for a dude who can hit home runs. You have to.
Mm. Again, we're talking about John Denton's article one of the ones that came out over the weekend, and at the end he says the Cardinals can be a model organization again. And we're talking about what that looks like. I don't think it looks any different than some of the smartest organizations in baseball right now, save for the deep, deep pockets of the Dodgers. But the Dodgers are one of the smartest, savviest organizations when it comes to scouting. And scouting's not just about the MLB draft. Scouting is about what do other teams undervalue on their roster. It does go back to, everybody makes fun of like Moneyball because of not only the analytics, but the fact that the movie didn't touch upon the stud pitchers that the A's had in their organization as well. But at its root, it was, hey, what players are undervalued on other rosters, and can we pick their pocket? That's what the Brewers have done. That's what the Rays have done. Mm-hmm. We joke about it. The Rays, anytime the Rays used to call the Cardinals, if I were Mo, I'd just hang up. Or I'd promote whoever they're asking for. So Randy Rosarina deal, he starts tomorrow in left field for me. Like, there are smart organizations, and then there are ones that look to cut corners. I think the Cardinals fall more into the complacency category. But if they're going to be a model organization again, I don't think it looks any different than draft, develop, and be smart. But you got to do it like the 5 other great teams do it. And you got to win. We
get a text from the 618, and I think this could apply to more than just a pitcher or whatever. But if the Cardinals rehab a guy, the Dodgers would just outbid him and take him. Mm-hmm. Maybe. I feel like you could apply that to the dudes that you end up drafting and developing. At some point, you're going to have to pay these guys. Mm-hmm. So you have to do it smart. You have to pay them maybe early, like the Braves did.
Yeah.
But at some point, I think you are going to have to spend money, because if you want to retain these guys, you have to spend the money, because other teams that are the model organizations will ultimately get them.
Sure. And I think what we're saying though is that you spend smart.
Right.
Because you're not going to, I was listening to B Cam Ferrari on there talking about the Padres, and their main point was you can be a mid-market team and spend and have it pay off. Mm-hmm. And their point was, look at the Padres. There is one player on the Padres roster, Jackson Merrill, that was drafted and developed by the Padres. Everybody else came from free agency or trades. That's how they built it. And BK had all the numbers with their rising ticket sales, right? Rising attendance. They have told the fan base, here's your product, do you want to buy it? And they said yes, and they spent a lot of money on it. You can build it that way. I think at some point that is going to crash and burn for the Padres, because as we know, players get older. Eventually the contracts, you're still shelling out the guaranteed money, yet you're not getting the production. Then what? So I don't think it's that's the model, but you can do it that way. Can you do what the Braves did? Inherent guys that are young, cost controlled, you pay them early, you pay them for the prime of their contract, and then you move on. That, I think, is what the Cardinals, if I can interpret things from the outside, guys, I think that's what the Cardinals model is trying to do.
Yeah, I think they're figuring it out, and I think it's going again in the right direction. You're drafting, hopefully they're developing. They decided to spend more money in that regard, in the developing part of it, but we won't really know until a few years. Most of these prospects that they got back are guys that are a couple of years out from actually making the major league club. So
no doubt.
Anything could happen between now and then. Hopefully everything is trending in the right direction. And again, the prospects that they got back, they are highly thought of in some regards. So, it's going to be interesting to see what these next couple of years look like. If I'm a Cardinal fan, which I am, I'm not too concerned about 2026. I have no clue what to expect. Specifically with the pitching and the rotation, I don't know what that's going to look like. But I think 27, 28, you can probably start to get excited again about where the Cardinals will be.
Larry Bird's trash truck says, I honestly think we see no changes from ownership until the next CBA is in place.
I think that's a very fair comment. Yeah, we haven't talked about that. I don't want to speculate too much, because I feel like this is just the start of it. When Bryce Harper basically told Rob Manfred to go fast lane himself last week, it really kind of put the pending lockout in the headlines. For me, I'd rather wait on that until, okay, this is going to happen. But if you're an owner, you do have to think ahead on that. So I think that's a very fair comment by the text line. You can participate. Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. The college football coaches poll has been released. Carey Davis is ecstatic. What are other thoughts on the top 25? That's next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals dropped 2 of 3 to the San Diego Padres over the weekend, and they are rewarded with a matchup against the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch tonight is at 9:10 in L.A. Sonny Gray on the mound. He'll go up against Tyler Glasnow. We're going to switch to some college football as the college football coaches poll is out. What do we think? We'll discuss it next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
On Wednesday, we're going to chat with Brett Bielema, head coach of Carey's Illinois Fighting Illini. So we'll check in with the coach and ask him what it feels like right now to be ranked number 12th in the coaches poll. Now, I'm sure he'll just tell me, hey, we got a long way to go. We're excited about the season, but this doesn't mean anything till we get going. But, Carey, you got to be just out of your mind.
Definitely. Looking forward to it. I mean, it's the highest ranking we've had since...
ever.
Well, no, since 1990, which feels like in ever. Hell, Marshy wasn't even alive yet.
No, he was not.
Wasn't.
Yeah. A lot of people that are listening never seen it, Anthony.
Nope.
So for the Illini to be number 12 in the country, now granted this is preseason, it's based off of what they did last year and who they got returning this year, but it is a start. You know, it gives you an opportunity to, if you win your games and keep winning and keep showing up, obviously moving up in the rankings and hopefully being a college football playoff team. But I just thought the list in itself, I thought it was really interesting. Texas at number 1, Ohio State at number 2. Ohio State, obviously, national champs from last year, but new quarterback, new coordinator, new D coordinator, offense and defensive coordinator. So we'll see what they look like.
I think that's fair, don't you? Just talking about it right now, like, well, I get it if you want to just roll.
Yeah, but I would assume that the quarterback coordinator, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator is probably why you have them number 2 and have Texas ranked ahead of them. You got
the Lions have dropped in a lot of a lot of people's power polls. Why?
Because you lose your coordinators.
Yeah, so I think it's fair. Texas has brought more consistency, and Arch Manning, while a new starter technically, was there last year.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be. I enjoy. I'm looking at the list. I think it's pretty well put together. I don't know. Were there any surprises to you of teams that were on that list that maybe you didn't think should have been?
Well, you just brought up a great point about Texas. It just seems like every year Texas just can't get it done.
Yeah.
You know?
The people want Texas to be good.
I understand. No, I do too. I used to love Texas growing up. Another interesting thing that I saw is LSU ranked number 9.
That was interesting to me.
And so they'll fall out of the top 10 once they lose in week 1.
You worried?
Again, this time to Clemson.
Yeah.
You considered their kid?
I just thought it was interesting that they were in the top 10 and they were 9-4 last year.
Here's my
and they might have been the 4th or 5th best team in the SEC.
Here's my 15-second take on LSU.
Go for it.
They're going to score a bunch if they can play. They're the Cincinnati Bengals of college football.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
Tigers, Bengals.
Yeah.
I thought you were going with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
They have an excellent quarterback, one of the best in college football, and Garrett Nussmeier. Offense is going to be great. Defense, who knows? So if they can play average defense, I think LSU is going to be very competitive this year.
So for those that maybe are casual college football fans and they go back and look at Michigan's record from last season, can you tell them why Michigan would be ranked 14th in the coaches poll?
Because they're Michigan, it would be. Well, they also have that freshman quarterback Bryce.
Yes,
can't remember his last name, but he's a freshman who was highly touted.
They paid a lot of money for
him. And so I think they expect, like last year, Michigan, again, I've said this before and I wasn't joking. I don't know that Bryce Underwood, I don't know that they knew that the forward pass was allowed in 2024. Or that you were allowed to throw it to more than one person. They only threw it to Loveland. Everybody else, they said, we'll send one-man routes. The rest of you guys block.
Yeah.
Well, if he's the best player on your team, wouldn't you throw him the ball too?
I would, but I would try to throw it to other people as well, and they just were unable to do so. They stunk last year. But they got a highly touted quarterback, freshman quarterback. Doesn't mean they're going to be good. I don't know.
I think their defense is going to be really good. I agree that 14th is high for them.
Yeah.
You know a team that I think is ranked too low is Texas A&M at 21.
Really?
I think Texas A&M is a playoff contender this year. I think Texas A&M defensively. This is the second year for Elko. I think it's the second year, right? Or is it third? I think it's the second year for Elko. I think overall Texas A&M is going to surprise some people. I think they're better. In fact, I think they're better than Tennessee, who's 18th.
Tennessee being there. So Tennessee is another one. They lost their starting quarterback, Imo Aliava, decided to transfer and go to UCLA. And I don't know what they're going to be. He was a pretty good quarterback. I know a lot of Tennessee fans weren't too thrilled with him, but they did make it to the college football playoffs last year with him under center. I don't know what they're going to be. That's a team that could potentially be out of the top 25 in the first couple of weeks. Iowa State is a team that I told you I think actually is going to win the Big 12, and I wouldn't be surprised if they find their way jumping up in the rankings and being in the top 10 at some point, because I think they are a really good football team. But to me, Michigan is an extremely interesting one. LSU is another one. They were, again, Ole Miss had a better record than them last year. Now, again, things changed in the offseason, but I don't know what LSU is going to bring. I don't know if Brian Kelly is going to be the head coach after this year if they aren't in the college football playoffs.
That's the hottest of seats right there in college football.
They're a family.
Man, I'm a family.
They're a family down there.
NY says, dude, come on, Stalter. No way in hell. Let's talk about Texas A&M. And we don't need to do the pissing contest. Just NY, who's your sleeper? I think the Aggies are a sleeper playoff contender. That's all. Who's yours? Let's just play that game. We don't have to do the back and forth.
My sleeper is national championship.
You're 12th now. They don't even qualify as a sleeper anymore.
People are hating on Illinois.
Now that the rankings are out and they're 12th, they're no longer a sleeper.
People are still sleeping on. You bring back 16 starters from a team that won 10 games last year, beat South Carolina in the bowl game,
Yeah.
Another team around here wasn't able to do that, but, some were, some weren't.
Games count now.
Nah, they do.
The never-ending
when the starters play, not when guys that you never heard of are playing.
You know what, Carey? I think it was last year you said, I think they should just get rid of the preseason polls because it doesn't matter.
I did.
So maybe it doesn't matter that Illinois is ranked number 12 because
you hush your mouth,
these preseason polls, we really don't know what these teams are until the first 2 weeks. So maybe 2 months is what you said.
You know what sucks about doing a show with the youngster Marsh? He remembers everything. He remembers absolutely everything.
You hush your mouth, Marshy.
NY came back, said probably K-State, as it pains me to stay. All right.
NY, we didn't ask you if Illinois was a sleeper. They are.
I think he's right, though.
You hush your mouth, too.
The never-ending wipes the team you picked in the middle of the pack and the MAC. Your thoughts, Stutz? I saw a quote by our head football coach this weekend that was shared by Marsh. And he said
he don't love ball.
He said something to the effect of football's not everything in my life, and I said fire him immediately.
Family is more important than football.
Yeah, not fire up Chips, fire the head coach.
You could say that crap when you're the offensive line coach at Army, but now that you're coaching in the MAC, you can't be saying things like I have a balanced life. No.
Nah.
You're football or nothing.
He's trying.
It's great to be a Central Michigan man. It's great to be a Central Michigan man. It's great to be a Central Michigan man.
Yeah, it doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, I kind of
like it. Yeah,
I like it. Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carey Davis.
Are you all surprised about Mizzou? No? Anyone?
No,
Any
I'm
takers?
not.
Okay.
No.
I didn't see them on this list.
I didn't either.
No.
I was wondering.
Maybe they ran out of room.
I know what you're doing right now.
I mean, the SEC got 9 teams in the top 25. I'm surprised, too. I'm surprised.
Well, Carey, there's a little slot right here that on this little graphic. You heard me. And it's not, maybe they just ran out of time to put Mizzou 26. Maybe they ran out of time.
Yeah.
These things, they have deadlines, right? They gotta pump that stuff out. There's a deadline.
Yeah. Plus, it's top 25, so,
they might be 26, 27, 28. Maybe not.
Carey. You're loving this.
I'm just talking, man.
You're loving this.
Carey?
No, they're right there. Others receiving votes. They're second right there.
Yeah.
That means they're 27.
Is it listed in alphabetical order?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, so yeah, they're 27.
27.
There you go.
Yeah. But the list is top 25, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Marsh seems like the type of guy who's a fan of Alabama, says NY.
Absolutely not. I hate Alabama, actually. When they defeated my Colt McCoy-led Texas Longhorns in the national championship game, my hatred for them started at that very moment when they end up winning that, and everything after has just been horrible. Horrible. Mark Ingram just trots right. Garrett Gilbert's the backup quarterback.
Former St. Louis Ram, Garrett Gilbert.
Absolutely.
So are you, who gains your allegiance then in college football?
I don't know. Maybe we'll make
Come on over.
We'll make this a thing.
Come on over.
I'm a free agent right now.
Okay.
I'm a free agent.
Now, do you have to decide by a certain deadline? Because I think that's fair, too.
Why don't we'll decide by week 0. Week 0.
Oh, I was going to give you like a month of play to see who you like.
No,
Get a chance to watch somebody.
If you're a fan out there, send me a paragraph on the text line and let me know why I should be a fan of your team.
All right, there you go.
I don't know.
You'll receive a paragraph from me on Central Michigan. Don't you worry about it, Marsh.
Well, Anthony, I don't want you to waste your time.
Okay.
You got a lot of stuff going on.
Not in the running. Speaking of Marsh, he's got what's trending next on 101 ESPN. Oh, I love underdog fantasy, especially, boys, when the Fed man is pitching. And the Fed man is pitching tonight in Atlanta. You got Eric Fetty, and playing at underdog is easy. All you have to do is scroll through their countless sports. Typically, I like playing baseball, especially when it's baseball season, obviously. But their app has over 100,000 five-star reviews, millions of users. People are playing everywhere, including right here in Missouri. And if you look at the various sports that they have, go to MLB, and tonight you can choose Eric Fetty, for example, to go lower on his strikeout total. And maybe you want to load up on a couple of Brewers. Look, I know we're Cardinals fans, but when it comes to making money, you can be a fan of any team. And at Underdog Fantasy, you can choose higher or lower on certain players' stats, load up on things like home runs, strikeouts, total bases, and more. If your entry's correct, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. So a simple dollar can turn into 1,000, all courtesy of Underdog. So download that Underdog app, sign up with my promo code Anthony, unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, that promo code is Anthony. Must be 18 plus and present Missouri. Terms apply. See UnderdogFantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concern with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org.
topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, the people have been asking for us to talk hockey.
Yes.
And I'm going to bring up a hockey subject
Let's
right
do
now.
it.
Tone setter, leader, now a cover star. This is from NHL.
Who do we
on
got?
X. Take a guess.
A cover star?
Cover athlete for NHL 26.
Robert Thomas.
Matthew Tkachuk.
Bingo.
Yes.
Matthew Tkachuk,
Why are we
the
not-
cover
why
athlete
is this
for NHL 26. Thoughts on that?
Why is this
I
not
think
St.
it's
Louis
good.
Blues based?
Well, he's from St. Louis.
But if you're not a St. Louis Blue, we don't talk hockey, generally speaking.
Oh no! If you're a Tkachuk, we talk hockey.
Okay.
If you,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I'm trying to protect you guys from the text line.
No.
There's going to be somebody.
What are they saying?
Somebody's going to say something. Hey, you Fast Lane about the Panthers?
Well, we talked for 2 months about him after they won the Stanley Cup.
That was not my fault at all.
Well, I mean, you did send a text message that led to
It
the
was
series
definitely your
being
fault.
even.
3 years ago, I said that, and this was in their loss in the Stanley Cup, but 3 years ago, I said that we are seeing the emergence of star player Matthew Tkachuk. And now, Marsh, you're a lot better when it comes to the superstar status. But if you get your face on the cover of a video game, automatic superstar. Kind of like Peyton Hillis.
Kind of not.
No?
Nah.
Oh.
Peyton, I'm sure a great guy. Saved a life.
Yeah, saved two.
Saved a couple lives. Probably not.
A superstar.
Not a. Yeah.
Got it. So the video game, not as much.
Yeah.
What about back-to-back Stanley Cup champion?
Now that could make you a superstar.
All right.
And the picture that is on the cover is him holding the Stanley Cup.
Oh, well, that
Very
makes
cool.
sense. Yeah. No,
Very cool.
I think that's awesome. Well-deserved.
Yes.
Fun. If I'm the NHL and I am agreeing to have the players licensing in a video game, I want that video game to make sure that they're representing the league properly.
Well,
Who
Anthony.
better than Matthew Tkachuk?
Oh, absolutely. I agree. Now, the game itself will probably be the exact same game it's been for the last couple of years. And if you
I hear
play
some anger.
well, it just kind of stays.
Frustration.
I might buy. I used to play NHL, like NHL 93 on Sega.
Oh, those games were awesome.
great.
NHL 93, NHL 94.
Yeah. It was good times, man.
You hit somebody that
Yeah.
you got blood on the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Gary, I think the buttons are a little different
Are
now.
they?
Yeah, you got to use the skill stick now.
Okay.
I'm telling you, those
That
games
might
were
stink
awesome.
then.
Maybe.
Marsh.
You missed out.
You missed out.
I played those games.
Did you play it?
For the old Genesis?
Yeah. Oh, Sega Genesis.
Those games are awesome.
Sega Genesis Cabrera. Yeah.
I will say my all-time favorite NHL game was Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey 98.
Never played that
I
one.
don't think I played that one either.
Fantastic. That one in NHL Hits 2004.
Really?
Or NHL Hits Pro.
Nice.
That's when you could, it was like Slugfest. You remember MLB Slugfest?
Sure, yeah.
Where you can just get a base hit and then punch some guy on first base.
Well, it shouldn't have been standing there, should it?
No, he shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like that.
Trophy husband said NHL 94 is goated.
Man, it was
Absolutely.
amazing.
NHL 94, oh,
It might not have been much better than that. That was a good game.
that game was incredible.
Good game.
Speaking of baseball, though, did you happen to catch the MLB Speedway Classic at Bristol Motor Speedway?
No, because it rained.
It did rain, and it looked like it was a blank show this weekend. Did you find it to be a successful thing for Major League Baseball, or would you rather them just go back to playing the Field of Dreams game?
I would rather have them go back to playing the Field of Dreams game until it absolutely became boring AF, and then they can find another spot. But I still think that there's some meat left on the bone there for the Field of Dreams game. I like when the players are coming out of the corn stalks and
Good times?
yeah, and it basically becomes a home run derby.
Yeah.
Nice.
You ever see the guy that there's a foul ball down the line? That gentleman was trying to throw that baseball into the stands.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get it over the track is big.
Stuff happens.
Couldn't get it over the wall.
Yeah.
Kept rolling down the hill. Those things are steep.
Yes, they are.
Those things are steep.
It's a bankman. It's a bank there. Yeah, worry about.
Look cool, though.
I like that Major League Baseball is trying to broaden their horizons a little bit, get different venues. We've seen this in the NHL with the Winter Classic game. Winds up being cool. So
I think anything that is kind of different and kind of unique is always fun. It's fun for the players. It's fun for the fans and keeps you engaged. I will say this. I think baseball, for me, like I was watching that Phillies-Tigers game last night. Baseball is trying to do something really well. Like that was a really good game. Again, they had Bryce Harper mic'd up at some point. Like I can get behind that. They should do what the National Football League does and flex some of those games, because nobody wants to see, like, if you know that you got a good series, you should probably flex it to that series on a Sunday night.
I think they do, don't they? Don't they start toward the end of the year? Don't they start to flex to the Sunday night games? I could be wrong.
I don't
on
know
that.
I don't know, because next Sunday is the Cardinals and Cubs. Now, granted, that's a great rivalry, but
Technically, Cardinals not out of it.
Technically, Anthony.
And when they take 2 of 3 this week in L.A.,
Anthony,
people are going to be excited. No? Okay.
We got a
It
text.
might come later in the year.
I said, I think it was
late early. Almost over.
September.
the last segment. I said, I'm looking for a college football team.
Yeah.
Everybody's just been telling me, hey, this is my team. No one has really sent a true paragraph like I asked. But the never-ending wipe did.
Oh.
Marshy, it's no question. The Georgia Southern University Eagles.
Wow.
6 D1 AA national championships. Paulson Stadium proclaimed as the prettiest little stadium in America. Home of Adrian Peterson. Not that Adrian Peterson, but the one that is the all-time leading rusher in college football history.
Right. Yeah.
1999 Walter Payton Award winner and now namesake of FCS Offensive Player of the Year award. Alma mater of Bills kicker Tyler Bass and Falcons kicker Young-Ho Koo.
Young-Wei Koo.
Young-Wei Koo. Sorry.
Young-Ho Koo is better.
Look up Freedom's Flight and be inspired. Join us, Marsh. Join the Eagle Nation. We welcome you with open arms. Hail Southern.
Wow. Are they still running the triple option?
People that don't know that Adrian Peterson need to get more familiar with him.
He was good.
He was a dog. A dog.
He's a hawk.
Well, and he was a bear. But he was a dog first.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a Georgia Bulldog.
Sounds like he was an
dog.
eagle.
Or an eagle. Sorry. I said hawks. That's what I meant, eagles. I
He's
apologize.
a dog. He's a really good football player. Yep.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's on the list.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
I think you want
Georgia
more
Southern.
Georgia
I think
Southern.
you want more of a storied program, maybe like a
I'm talking about
an FBS program.
Sounds like they
Power 4, maybe SEC,
Hey,
Big 10,
listen.
Big 12.
Anybody can root for a Big Ten school. It takes some real guts to go to the other conferences. You know,
The Sun Belt.
Sun Belt,
Yeah.
the MAC,
Well,
especially on Tuesday nights.
the never-ending wipe says we no longer run the triple option. Clay Helton brought in a passing offense. That's good to
Frickin-
know that they throw the football.
Frickin' Clay Helton. You know, you got something good going on with the Triple O, and then Clay Helton bombs out at USC, winds up at Georgia Southern, and all of a sudden he's got to change things. He's got to start throwing the ball.
I told you, if I could go back to college, go back to high school one more year, I'd have ran the wing T, triple I. I'd have ran something where we ran the ball
All the
80% of the time.
Yeah.
95% of the time. 2 passes. We'd have been 2 for 2 with 2 touchdowns.
Yes, you would have.
Yep.
Quarterback would have had 45 yards of passing, both tutties.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, it's Fast Line on 101 ESPN. I'm going to make a very lazy comparison using Masyn Winn and another player, and then double down by saying, hey, can the Cardinals build a pennant winner like this team? And I'll tell you who this team is next on 101 ESPN. 3:07, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie Rivers hopefully will be back by the end of the week. All right, I'm going to make a very lazy comparison, and then I'm going to probably make an even lazier, build a topic out of an even lazier comparison. How about that? I was watching Masyn Winn over the weekend. To me, clearly, Marsh, and I don't know if anybody's going to disagree with this, but Masyn Winn, as of right now, based on with the current roster, that's the face of the franchise.
Yes.
Face of the organization. Dazzled with a spectacular defensive play again over the weekend. Go ahead. And also to go ahead 2-run double in Saturday's win against the Padres. And despite going 0 for yesterday, he continues to have an outstanding second half of the season. So since the All-Star break, Masyn Winn has been excellent. He also leads all of Major League Baseball in outs above average, 18, and has a .995 fielding percentage, the best among MLB shortstops. I couldn't believe this when I read it, but it is something that I guess isn't that shocking based on how he's played. He's only made 2 errors all season. 2 errors Masyn Winn has made. Offensive growth as well. His back kind of lagged earlier on in the season. But since the All-Star break, 20 hits since the break, tied for 4th in the National League, 8 for 17 with runners in scoring position, including 4 doubles and 9 RBI. He reminds me of Francisco Lindor and what the Indians did when they built around Francisco Lindor in 2015, 2016. So my question is, can the Cardinals build around Winn like the Indians did with Lindor? And do you think there's a pathway to the Cardinals being the 2016 Cleveland Indians, who did not win it all, but
got pretty damn close
and won an American League pennant?
I think watching Masyn Winn play baseball is fun. I think you hit on that one, right? You draft, you develop, you got you a superstar at shortstop. You talked about the fielding percentage, the lack of errors, only 2 all season. And I'm starting to watch opponents appreciate his play. Luis Ariz hit a ball in the hole that I think everyone in the world is not going to be able to throw him out. And he threw Luis out, and Luis kind of flung his hands, kind of joking, like, come on, like, seriously, you got to that, and you have the arm strength to throw me out on that play. It was a spectacular play. But when you're watching, I always say this, the greatest compliment you can have as a player is from your teammates, your peers, and opponents that watch you play. Because those guys, you don't give a damn what the fans think. You don't really give a damn what the coaches think. But the men that you are playing with and against, when they recognize your talent and your ability, then you're doing something. I think we're reaching that point with Masyn Winn. I think he's going to win a Gold Glove this year. He's playing that well at shortstop, and I think he's going to start to make a run here. You talked about his bat, how that's starting to pick up and play well. Like, you're looking at a guy who could be a perennial all-star and a Gold Glove winner for year to year. And yes, you are building your middle infield around him and your infield in its entirety around a guy that has that level of talent to be, a superstar in this game in the future.
Can he hit upwards to 30 home runs, though?
No. And I don't think he has to.
But that's what Francisco Lindor was doing.
So do you think Masyn is better defensively?
Yeah, I do.
So I think
Lindor's a very good defensive player, but
he won a Gold Glove that 2016 season.
Yeah, so again, this is why the comparison game is so dangerous, because
pretty lazy, honestly.
It's very lazy. It's a lazy comparison, which is
I'm kidding.
I admitted it in the tease, and I admitted it at the start of the segment. 33 home runs in 2017, 38, 32. Now, Lindor, as a 21-year-old, hit 12, and as a 22-year-old, he hit 15. Then he hit 33 and 38, 32.
So maybe Masyn can do that.
I don't know if Winn profiles as somebody that's going to be a 30-home run hitter, but I will at least say, hey, you might look at the situation and say he's got room for growth offensively. My point is, can they build around him just like Cleveland did with Lindor?
So are you saying like the build around him as a superstar?
Here's great. So good question.
Because we had that conversation a couple weeks ago. I actually threw Lindor's name out there. Maybe that's why you brought him up. But Carey, you said at that time, when I think of superstars, I think of dudes that can slug the baseball.
True, but I also said there's also an exception to that rule because Ozzie Smith was also a superstar. So if you are great, and I mean like above average, above the best players in one specific category, whether that's home run, whether that's hitting for average, or whether that's fielding, I think you can still become or still be a superstar. Tony Gwynn to me is a superstar. He wasn't. Ichiro is a superstar. They're not home run guys. So I think the category, yes, hitting the ball over the fence can make you a superstar, but if you're elite in another category that other people aren't, I still think you can become a superstar. And I think Masyn Winn has that in him to become a superstar because of what he does in the field and what he's doing at the plate. He's hitting, he's timely hitting with runners in scoring position. I think to your point, when he was trying to hit the ball over the fence, he was struggling. Like he to start this season, it felt like, I'm going to start driving the ball and try to drive it out of the ballpark. And you saw him struggle. And then at some point, he just clicked back and said, you know what, just make contact. Just get on base. Just do all of the little things. Whether I'm hitting for average, I don't have to hit the ball over the fence. I can hit the ball in the gap. I can get to second. I can get to third with my speed. But I don't necessarily have to be a home run hitter, and I think that's when you started to see the best version of Masyn Winn at the plate.
So we get a text from Grant Francis Fan Club saying, Donovan is the face of the franchise, all-star, one of your best hitters and defenders, locker room leader. I agree to a certain point. I think Masyn Winn has more aura, more marketability.
That's kind of where I'm going with. I understand the point that Grant Francis's fan club is trying to make here from a leadership standpoint, yes. But when I say face of the franchise, I mean, who are they going to sell? And I think it'll probably be Masyn Winn. That's just to clarify. We're getting into semantics a little bit. Splashback Deuce in the Snake Pit also brings up a great point. He says comparisons are about the comparables, not the differences. He's right. And I think there's enough comparisons between Lindor and Winn to get my point across. Now, here's the extended version. Because, Marsh, you would ask, like, okay, what do you mean in terms of building around him? Here's the 2016 Cleveland Indians. Carlos Santana, Jason Kibnit. What?
That was great guitars.
Oh, no. This was their DH.
Oh.
Yeah, different.
He does both?
No, different. Same name, different person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carlos Santana, Jason Kipnis. Lindor hit third for them. Mike Napoli, Jose Ramirez, a young Jose Ramirez, who was hitting fifth for them. Obviously, we know now Ramirez is one of the better pure hitters in the game. But Ramirez was young, so was Lindor. Lonnie Chisenhall, Rajay Davis, Coco Crisp, Roberto Perez, and Corey Kluber was their Game 7 pitcher. But that was the Game 7 lineup. Not a superstar among them. Some really good hitters. Lindor eventually became a superstar. Jose Ramirez eventually became. So can they build through a couple of young hitters, no real rock star super, but then of course they had Kluber, they had Bauer when Bauer was still good. They had two excellent pitchers and an excellent bullpen. I mean, I think that is what they're trying to build. There wasn't a major free agent that was added to that group.
And there's one particular aspect of that team that we have not brought up, but of course, Lisa brought it up.
The manager, Terry
Francona.
Well, when Francona's done with the Reds, the Cardinals can get him, and then we can put this thing all together. Cool?
Man, I don't think that'll work.
All right. Sorry. I bring this up because while I know some fans are frustrated by the team not spending a lot in free agency, there are more ways to win than just what the Phillies have done, and obviously the Dodgers do it all well. But I think this, if you're looking at it, you already have a young, marketable, eventual superstar in Masyn Winn, or star player in Masyn Winn, and I think they can continue to build around him. Obviously, they need the pitching, but this is a lineup that almost won the World Series, and that was a team full of complementary pieces. The same thing that we often get frustrated about with the Cardinals.
They were a rain delay and one great speech away from
winning it all.
From winning it all.
Yep, that's right. Bacon Wrapped Wiener with a joke as well, which is very funny. He goes, when I asked, can the Cardinals basically build the team with Winn. He says, so the Cardinals are going to trade Winn to the Mets.
Yeah.
Say for that.
No.
Early Francisco Lindor.
That's not what he's. No. Hey,
No?
Winn is a Cardinal for life.
Okay. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We got our part one of the Sports Six Pack coming up. Air Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646. Send in your questions there. We'll answer them next in the Sports Six Pack.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six Pack is now.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Time for the Sports Six Pack. Our conference service text line is 314-399-9646 with Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh.
Question number one.
I like this question from the 314. Can you explain the franchise tag you hear with the NFL and why other major sports do not have it?
Because they have a good Players Association.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Ouch.
The franchise tag is basically after your contract is up. A team can re-sign you on a 1-year guaranteed contract at the average of the top 10 players at your position.
Those
top 10.
I thought it was top 5.
It's top 5 the second year.
Gotcha.
So they can franchise you the first year for the average of the top 10 players at your position. Guaranteed contract. Kirk Cousins is a poster child for this when he was in Washington. And then if they want to franchise you again, now it's the top 5%, which most, especially with quarterbacks, most teams don't want to do that because you're paying that quarterback, $40, $50, $60 million for that one season, which pretty much avoids what they're trying to get done. Because if they felt like you were their quarterback, they would sign you to a long-term deal, pay you that anyways. So that's why most players do not appreciate it. Now, granted, it is a guaranteed contract for that 1 year, but the long-term possibility or sustainability is not there because it's only a 1-year deal. And then you'll have to re-up again, and they can choose to franchise you again if they choose to do so.
Yeah, it's in theory, it's supposed to allow teams to keep franchise players right where they're at. Yeah. But as Carey just mentioned, players don't want to sign it because while the money's guaranteed, it's only 1 year. They blow out their knee. They're not looking at that long-term big money that they could get on the open market. So players don't love it, but teams use it as a weapon sometimes. And why other leagues don't use it? Baseball, the contract's already guaranteed. Basketball, they have different tiers, so I don't know if it would make sense to have a franchise tag in the NBA. And Marsh, you could speak to the NHL.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think the franchise tag is stupid.
All right, there you go.
I think it's stupid for the players. I think they get screwed over.
Again, most people will look at it and say, "Oh, you get guaranteed money, and you're getting top 10 at your position money." But
for 1 year.
It also there are some people like it becomes kind of like I remember when I think it was Jimmy Graham who was trying to get paid and they were going to franchise him, and he was saying, "Hey, I played wide receiver. I didn't play tight end." And obviously, wide receiver franchise money is much different than tight end franchise money.
Right.
And I think on his bio of his Instagram or Twitter at the time said tight end. And so they kind of went over that. I think it was Jimmy Graham. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because he was he wasn't the first to Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah. But not actually be an inline tight end.
Yes.
Line up, split outside, run wide receiver routes.
Right.
But you got to get paid as a tight end. So it can be, teams will do whatever it takes to make sure that they are saving money. And they do save money in a sense because they're not giving that long-term deal to you, which is going to have more guarantees. There's going to be, more money involved essentially because it's a longer-term deal. But players are frustrated. Michael Parsons is a prime example. He's under contract for this year, still on a rookie deal. And if the Cowboys decide, hey, we can franchise you next year and pay you top 10% of your position, that's not the money that he's looking for, nor is it the money that he deserves, which is why he's sitting there and saying, hey, I will sit out or trade me so I don't have to deal with this because I deserve a long-term deal. And players want that long-term security because like Anthony said, tomorrow you could be walking and tear a knee up and be out for an extended period of time.
Question number 2.
Guys, earlier today we had some Panthers talk. Matthew Tkachuk. The 314 says, can we get some Carolina Panthers talk? Their betting lines for the NFC South look tempting. Last time I checked, Carolina Panthers were plus 400 to win the NFC South. What is your confidence in that team, especially with the fractured division open to anyone who wants to take it? And would you put money on those odds?
On the Panthers?
Carolina Panthers win the division.
Hell no.
Okay, I'm not as defiant as Carey's being.
Anthony, you watch football. You know ball.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? Like, let me look at some other things here. I don't know. I wouldn't wager on them to win the division, but I'm interested to know what their win total is because I do think the Panthers are going to be better than most people think. that offense came alive last year.
It did.
In the final 5-6 games, Bryce Young looked like a franchise quarterback.
I don't disagree with that. And then they drafted T. McMillan, the receiver, in the first round out of Arizona, who's supposed to be a really good guy, really good receiver.
The defense is the problem.
And they drafted that as well. They got a couple of edge rushers. Nick Scrouton was one of the guys that I thought was a really good defensive end. I think he transferred from Iowa, if I'm not mistaken, and went to Texas A&M. I thought he was a first-round guy, but ended up going in the second round. I still don't know. I mean, Bryce Young, I think he progressed drastically last season. You could see that team getting better. Chuba Hubbard was an outstanding running back for them. I just don't know if they have enough just yet. I think they're still a year or two away from really competing in that division. I think that division belongs to the Bucs or the Falcons. I think those two teams are advanced far enough in their progression. Now we'll see what Michael Penix is able to do if he's able to lead that team and really be, take a step forward and lead that team to win that division. But I think this division belongs to the Bucs or the Falcons. And I don't think we know who's finishing last. That's the Saints. And I think that the Panthers are right ahead of them. 8 wins.
8 wins?
Yeah,
I think
which is
they'll
a
take
progression.
that.
Okay, so this goes hand in hand with what I said earlier. I wouldn't take them to win the division. I think the better play is to go over 6.5 wins, which is minus 130. Or if you feel as confident as CD does that they'll get to 8, over 7.5 wins is plus 140. So if they get 8 wins or more, you're plus 140. You get plus odds on that. I think there's a better value there than taking them to win the division, because you could play both sides. You could say division's wide open, who knows, but that's the point, right? The division's wide open. So I would rather take them to win 7 or 8 games and get paid that way.
Question number 3.
This one comes from Jack from South City. Should Cardinal Nation be rooting for Major League Baseball to implement a salary cap? Hard to see St. Louis recruiting talent in the player empowerment era. No way that a small market like Oklahoma City and the Thunder could have won without a salary cap.
I don't disagree with that. I think baseball is a little bit more open. Like if you can get in, this is part of the problem with the line of thinking. Like, just get in. If you have a good enough roster, if you've done enough to maximize the resources you do have, and you get in baseball, you can make a pretty deep run. As the Arizona Diamondbacks. But yes, I think that if Major League Baseball were to implement a salary cap and a salary floor, I think that would absolutely benefit the Cardinals. The Dodgers, the Mets, the Phillies, the Yankees, when the Red Sox feel like spending, when the Giants feel like spending, when the Rangers are spending, all those teams now have to come back down and get under the budget. So yes, I think it would benefit the Cardinals in the margins. I'm not saying necessarily on paper, because you still have to draft and develop and execute, but I think in the margins it would help.
I feel like asking if there's ever going to be a Major League salary cap Major League Baseball salary cap is not happening. It's like asking why the Cardinals haven't signed Trevor Bauer.
Quit asking.
It ain't gonna happen. It'll never happen.
How could you implement a salary cap with where payrolls are right now? Like, would you have to restructure deals? Like, what would that look like?
No, you
just defer all the money.
No, you'd have to. I would imagine that they would have it like a window.
Okay.
For teams, they say, hey, we're going to implement this salary cap. Here's the salary cap, and it's going to be in place, I don't know, in 5 years or something like that.
Okay.
Or you're going to have to get down to this number in a certain matter of time. That's the only way you could do it, because you're right. You can't restructure, and you can't pay. You can't, as much as I would love to see the Dodgers be penalized for anything, you can't just penalize the Dodgers because they were willing to spend when there was no cap.
Right.
So it'd have to be a window. Sports Six Pack Part 2 is coming up, so keep sending in those questions. 314-399-9646. That's our Air Comfort Service text line. Sports Six Pack Part 2. Guys, if you've been feeling off lately, if you're low, you've got low energy, if you're tired all the time, if you're tired of looking at the weight gain, maybe you're snapping at people, hey, you're not alone. These could be symptoms and signs of low testosterone. And my friends and Jamie's friends at Mentality Health, absolutely there to help. Mentality is a local clinic built just for men. Their board-certified physicians run a fully physical and lab panel at your very first appointment. They focus on your free testosterone levels, the ones that most doctors miss. They offer FDA-approved testosterone therapy and even pair it with their various vitamins and things like that to make you feel great. So, like, for example, when I first went to Mentality, I was low on vitamin D. That was, they didn't just see where my testosterone level was. They checked all different kinds of vitamins as well. So I was low on vitamin D. They make great recommendations. The results are what you care about, right? The results are what you want to hear. You get your drive back. You burn off that belly fat. You get in the gym. You feel like going to the gym. You feel that motivation. Over the weekend, you feel like, all right, what's the next task? I'm ready to go because you're not tired or burned out all the time. You build that strength. You boost your mood. And Mentality, it's simple. Their program fits your schedule. Stop settling. Head down to Mentality, 2 different locations, one in Chesterfield, one in South County. You can also visit mentalityhealth.com/radio right now. You book that appointment. You can also find a limited time offer as well. Mention Stalter and Jamie sent you in there. Don't wait. Get back to being you and the younger version of you with Mentality.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals take on Carey's Los Angeles Dodgers tonight. First pitch tonight is at 9:10 in L.A. Sonny Gray will take the mound for the Cardinals. Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers. We have Part 2 of our Sports Six-Pack coming up next. So if you have a question you want to send our way, do so using the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll do Part 2 of the Six-Pack next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center Update is brought to you by
Saliga
Heating and Cooling, a Daikin Heating and Air Conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is right now. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line with Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. March, question 4, please.
Question number 4.
All right, so we talked about this a little bit earlier in the show, but perhaps some people are just now hopping in their car, so we'll talk about it again. We get a question from Curb Stomp. Does Arenado play another game this year?
Yes, because somebody will get hurt, even though he's already hurt. I don't think this is one of those injuries that is season ending. I think it's one of those injuries that, hey, we need to clear up some space. We don't want to embarrass you or DFA you. We can move you and bat you 7th. Sure, that's going to piss you off and make you not feel great.
Yeah.
Or we can have you injured a little bit, give you some time, get healed, see how these other guys are doing, and sure enough, somebody else is going to deal with some sort of injury.
Sure.
But I think he plays another game.
It makes too much sense to have him be on the injured list, shut him down, and give J.J. Weatherholt an opportunity to play third base in a couple of weeks. Or now, for that matter. I don't care. But that makes too much sense. My guess is no, he probably hasn't played his last innings here as a Cardinal this season, and he'll be back at some point, and maybe they'll just try to rehab his trade value, as one of the texters said earlier. But I think it makes too much sense to just say, you know what, this is a dud year. We need to observe some other players here. Nolan Gorman, you get the first crack. If he continues to play defense like he did in San Diego, then J.J. Weatherholt comes up sooner rather than later. Yes, you start his clock, but so what? You hope the kid never goes back down.
I haven't seen J.J. play, obviously. I would love to see him. I think he's going to be a good player based on all the things that we hear. But I feel like they've mentioned that second base is his best position. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, so I want to see guys play the position that they're best at. What does that mean for everyone else? Hell if I know. That's why they get paid a lot of money, Anthony. I'm just sitting here talking about it.
Well, it seems like if Brendan Donovan were to be traded, they would have already done it.
I don't think they're going to trade him. I don't think he's going to be moved.
Well, then he'll be your second baseman, and that's why you make J.J. Weatherholt your third baseman. And we saw this past weekend that they gave him a start at third base. So I think that could be the plan. Otherwise, why do it?
That makes way too much sense, right? Move him over to third base in the minors, get him going, get him comfortable over there for a couple of weeks, and then bring him up, put Arenado on the long-term IL, and give J.J. Weatherholt his first cup of coffee at the major league level at third base.
Could you put Donovan at third and put J.J. at second?
Donovan at third? No.
Why?
I mean, you could.
I don't hate that idea either.
I haven't seen J.J. Watt play third base, so I don't.
J.J. Watt is J.J. Watt probably.
This is what happens when Carey brings him up.
He's a great defensive end, Anthony.
Technically, I have not seen J.J. Watt play third base.
You haven't, so you don't know if he can do it or not.
The statement stands, but I did mean J.J. Weatherholt. I haven't seen J.J. Weatherholt play third base.
Would you have more confidence in Brendan Donovan playing third base or a young player who has not played at the major league level switching to play third base?
If they give him reps at third base in Memphis and he feels comfortable over there, I would love to see him play third base at the big league level to see what it looks like.
See, I don't care if Brendan Donovan played third base. Do you think Brendan Donovan is like this era Matt Carpenter who just played everywhere?
He might be.
Sure. Sure. I agree.
I mean, but he moves around.
Plays everything.
Yeah.
You got 5 gloves, Anthony.
Yeah, he does.
You need a catcher if you need him to be.
Darn right. Probably will be. With this
Question number 5.
I'm just going to keep the feet moving.
Okay.
From the 314, does Mizzou end with a better record than Alabama this season?
I don't think so. I think the death of Alabama has been grossly overestimated here. I think Mizzou probably wins, 7 games? 8 games? Is that fair?
What is their over-under? I thought their over-under was 8.5.
They got Central Arkansas. That should be a dub. They should beat Kansas. They should beat Louisiana. That's
Kansas
3.
might not be as much of a pushover.
Okay, well, let's just give them the win for now.
Okay.
UMass would be 4. I don't think they're going to beat South Carolina, even home. I don't think they'll beat Alabama. They could beat Auburn.
5.
That's 5. It's at Auburn. Vanderbilt. They
6.
can be pesky, but let's just give them a win. That's 6. I like A&M more than most this year, so I'm going to say no on that. Mississippi State, they should win.
7. At Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's we'll say loss for now, but that could be a coin toss. And then Arkansas.
8. But with that being 8, that Auburn game, that Vanderbilt, I don't know what Vanderbilt's going to be. I know they snuck up on some people last year, Alabama being one of those
Diego
teams.
Pavia.
Yeah. Him. He's a really good football player.
You know, he went into Auburn once as a New Mexico State quarterback, once as the Vanderbilt quarterback, and beat Hugh Freeze twice down there.
That is spectacular. Kicking ball.
He's a bit of a baller.
Yeah.
So what was the question? More than Alabama? More wins than Alabama? I'll say no.
Question number 6.
I believe this one's from Janet.
Hey, Janet.
Hey,
Do you
Janet.
think fans would come back if Yachty or Albert became the manager?
Yes.
Even with this team, how it's
Yeah.
currently constructed?
Yes. I think people love Yachty and Albert so much so that they would pay they would pay money
Just to watch them stand
just to
there?
watch them stand there and manage this team. Yes. Now it'd be more than just standing there, but yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Of course, you walk out to the mound and...
Well, you know, they're going to manage the team,
I'm just
Marsh.
messing around.
Okay? They're going to manage the team. But yes, I do. I think that's how much they're beloved. Not a bad thought if you're the DeWitts. I mean, that'd be the perfect look over here for the DeWitts, right?
Yeah, it really would.
Like, we're not going to spend a damn cent in free agency, okay? You're going to get the same team, but Yachty or Albert's going to be the manager. I know Lisa would buy season tickets if Yachty or Albert were the managers.
Yachty
That's
or
one
Albert?
person.
Which one? You can only get one. You have to choose.
I have to choose?
You have to choose. You too, Marshy.
I'm going Albert.
All right, that's fine. Then I'll go Yachty.
I'm going Yachty.
Okay.
I'm going Albert. Yeah. It's Albert all the way. Have you guys not learned a damn thing?
Yeah.
We know Junior Caminaro, who was in the home run derby, spoke very highly of Albert's managerial
Of course. It's Albert Pujols.
experience.
It's Albert Pujols. Okay. Now, some are suggesting, including Jeremy in the Snake Pit, I would use Pujols as a hitting coach. How about this?
I'd rather have...
Albert as a player coach.
I mean,
You
if
want to sell some tickets? You make him the player coach.
That sounds like man, that sounds like a
What's the problem, guys?
bit of a scam, a hustle. It reeks of like you're struggling.
I
You're
think
trying to
struggling.
sell tickets.
Albert.
Yeah, I get it. And then I loved watching Albert play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I need to see it now. I don't know when last time he swung a bat.
Okay.
perfect world for me, Albert would be the manager and Yachty or Molina would be your pitching coach.
Okay.
But both of them want to manage, not
Right.
do that.
That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We pause this for the trade deadline. We're going to pick it right back up. NFL top 50 players heading into the 2025 season. Players 25 through 21. Interesting storylines next on 101 ESPN. It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. NFL top 50 players heading into 2025. We've been breaking it down from player number 50, and we'll eventually get to number 1 before the start of the season. Number 25 on PFF.com's list, Aiden Hutchinson. Do you think Aiden Hutchinson is the key to the Lions' defensive turnaround? Just him being healthy, them overcoming the loss of not one but two coordinators and being remaining one of the top teams in the NFC.
Yeah, him staying healthy is going to be crucial for that team to have success. They had so many injuries last year on the defensive side, starting with him going down for the season. And now there were talks that if they would have made it to the Super Bowl, maybe he could have returned. But that injury really kind of started a downward spiral for that defense. And you could tell that, they were unable to get stops in the manner in which they wanted to. We were watching the quarterback show, and Dan Campbell went into the game saying, 4th down, we're going for it. Because we got guys that are starting that were literally at home last week, not on a team. So we're going to have – we can't put that much pressure on these guys. So if Aiden Hutchinson is able to stay healthy continuously, able to get after the quarterback, that definitely helps that defense and take some of that pressure off that offense that they started to have later in the season.
Number 24 is Fred Warner. I know that everybody loves Fred Warner. I still think he's low. I still think he's one of the more underrated linebackers and defensive players in the league.
He's special. Like, he's one of the few linebackers. Like, we know as running backs, like, if you're a downhill, run through pass rushing linebacker, you're going to get to the quarterback, you probably can't cover. So I have an advantage when I run a route against you. Ray Lewis, please sign me up. Like, for as many tackles as he made and as much as he was able to get to the quarterback, you get him in open space, he's dead man walking. Like, and great football player, Hall of Famer, but there are certain linebackers that are unable to do one thing well. Fred Warner is a guy that does both. He can get it. He can eliminate the run game. He can get in the pass game in terms of rushing the quarterback and getting sacks, and he can also cover tight ends downfield, running backs out of the backfield. He's a spectacular linebacker, and watching him play football excites me. Like, there was a play, first play of the game last year. I think they were playing the Steelers. I think it was the opening game of the season. He ran through the running back, and I said, it's going to be a long day. Because if he's coming downhill, maybe it might have been last year or 2 years ago. If he's coming downhill like that, good luck, brother. Yeah. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a long day for you.
He's one of the only linebackers in the league where you're like, if you're a defensive coordinator and you call cover 2, you feel fine that the middle of the field is still taken care of.
He's good.
Sometimes you're like, we got to play cover 2 here. But I don't think my middle linebacker's going to cover the middle.
Cover that hole,
Yeah. Fred Warner, can, play anywhere on the field. Yeah, he's outstanding. Sauce Gardner is number 23.
Sauce just got paid, just got his money. I think, we were talking about the corners. I think, if I'm not, Patrick Surtain was lower on the list than he was, and that was kind of one of those. It's intriguing that the defensive player of the year is ranked lower than Sauce Gardner. I think Sauce is great. Again, he did a great job. I'm interested to see what he looks like now, with a new head coach and how that defense is going to change with that new head coach coming in. So I think the Jets have a really good team, a really good defense specifically. And so Sauce is definitely one of those players. He's going to cover your best receiver. He does a great job. I just think that Patrick Surtain should have been higher than Sauce on this list.
Do you think there's a corner right now in the league that does what, and I won't go too far back by saying Dion, but like what Darrell Revis used to do, where you knew one half the field was completely locked down? Like, I know Jalen Ramsey has been that guy at times.
He has been.
Sauce Gardner, I think, that has the talent too.
I don't know if there's been a corner to the level of a Darrell Revis or obviously definitely not a Dion. Jalen Ramsey is probably on that list at some point, but I don't think any of those guys reach the level of those two guys specifically.
Right. Yeah, because you see sometimes, a lot of the times when the guy gets a lot of interceptions, like, oh, man, this guy's unbelievable. Yeah. He's throwing at you constantly. Right. Yeah. Like, you're a ball hawk. I think that's fantastic, right? Like, you're a player, right? Maybe they shouldn't be going to your side as much. But if a corner has limited interceptions and he even has limited pass breakups. The quarterback wants nothing to do with his side of the field. All right, the 22nd player, and I know you're going to have an issue with this. NFL top 50 players heading into the 2025 season. Saquon Barkley is 22.
Yeah, that's weird.
Holy smokes.
That's weird. To me, he's a top 5 guy, top 10 for sure, specifically based off of what he did last year. And granted, he's a year older. People don't really respect the running back position as guys continue to get older, but he is the difference of what that Eagles team was lacking over the past few years. They went to a Super Bowl, lost to the Chiefs a couple of years ago, had a terrible season the year after, and then went back when they got him. He changed the entire offense because you got playmakers on the outside of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You know those guys are going to make big plays downfield. But we talked about it before the Super Bowl. I said the Eagles are going to run the Chiefs out of the building.
Yeah,
and you
right.
thought I was crazy. I said they can't stop both. If you come down and try to stop Saquon, you're going to get shots over your head for Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, which you saw Devontae catch a huge touchdown. It's no way to stop both when you have a running back of his caliber. And for him to be 22 is kind of weird for me because I think he should be ranked much higher.
Yeah, that's a little low for Barkley. And you were absolutely right on that Super Bowl. Yeah. Absolutely right. I was wrong, 100%. 21, Penei Sewell for the Lions.
I'm fine with an offensive lineman.
I mean, he's one of the best offensive linemen in the league.
He is.
I think when you look at offensive line, it's a little tough to say this guy's better than that guy. I think when it comes to an offensive line as a whole, Jamie.
Yep.
That is the true mark of how good, how great a player, an offensive lineman is if he makes the entire unit better, and maybe you can make that case for Sewell, right? But when it comes to an offensive line, like if you have an unbelievable left tackle and an excellent guard, I mean they can lift up the entire offense for you, or center for that matter.
I think it's hard when you're ranking players in terms of the best players in football. Offensive linemen are never going to get that love. Like the only one that would come to mind that would possibly be in a top 10 position would be like Orlando Pace. Like to me, I think he changed the game, but they had so many other weapons and so many other guys playing so many other positions that were great. Penei Sewell, as an offensive lineman, you're not going to get the love that you desire or require because you do a great job, but you play the offensive line. You're a grunt. Guys don't really know your name. They don't know who you are. They only know you when your quarterback is looking up at the sky trying to figure out who the hell hit me.
Sure.
So offensive linemen don't get that love, but he definitely is one of, if not the best offensive tackle in the game.
No question. That's Carey Davis, Super Bowl champion. I'm Anthony Stalter. So Marsh threw his poll out there last Friday. And many of you jumped on it. And those that jumped on Marsh's poll said that John, who I beat last Friday in the Gauntlet, needs to have a rematch. He deserves a rematch performance. So we're throwing out the Gauntlet from Friday. John will have an opportunity to beat me. And then Jamie, whenever Jamie comes back. So John is back for the Gauntlet. You spoke. We listened. And we're giving John another opportunity next on 101 ESPN. So if you stop and think about it, I'm sure just like in your family, this is the way in my family. The kitchen, there's just something about it, right? It's not just where we cook. It's where birthdays are sung. It's where people are gathering. We had family over the weekend. It was great, right? Late night talks happen there. Every day becomes kind of like a recap of your day with your family. If your kitchen could tell stories, what is it going to say about you? Well, right now, during the Mosby sale, you can save up to $5,000 on a kitchen remodel. So you go with Mosby Building Arts. They're the right remodeling company. You can save up to $5,000 on a kitchen remodel. So if the kitchen has been long overdue for a remodel, go with Mosby right now. They got the fantastic deal. It goes through August 31st. So you got a little bit of time, and you just have to have that remodel planned on August 31st. It doesn't have to be done. The whole project doesn't have to be done by August 31st. But at Mosby Building Arts, they don't just remodel kitchens. They help design the heart of your home. They're team listens, they guide, they bring your vision to life, one countertop, one cabinet, one memory at a time. So give Mosby a call today at 314-909-1800. Again, 314-909-1800. Callmosby.com. You also visit callmosby.com to schedule that free appointment. But Mosby, they're fantastic. They do things right. Tell them Stalter sent you. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company.
Warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN 403. Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. So, John is back on here in the Gauntlet because a lot of listeners didn't like the way that, I guess, Carey read the name off.
Yeah, I don't know who Tony Loney is.
You would have still won, though, Anthony.
I would have, but I think the people, John, and I appreciate you coming back. I think the people had an issue maybe with that whole question, and maybe if you heard the name correctly, you would have got it right. Either way, John, we often decide this by poll. Specifically Marsh's poll, and people voted, and they said, you know what, justice needs to be served. So we're wiping off that Gauntlet. It didn't count. Nobody won that one. You and I rematch right now. Sound good?
My 15 minutes of fame has become 16 minutes.
There you go. There you go. All right, John, good luck to you.
Thanks. You too, buddy.
All right, John Anthony is heading out to the cone of silence. You got random last time, and you had baseball versus me and Marshy. What are you hoping for this time?
Baseball, but we'll see. But, spin the wheel, Marsh, my man.
All right, spin the wheel, Marsh. As you know, John, if you answer the question correctly, you're a pro at this. You answer it correctly, you get 2 points. You answer incorrectly, you answer correctly without the option, you get 2 points. You answer correctly with the options, 1 point. And if you answer incorrectly, you get 0 points. And, John, let me tell you something, my man. You must have the baseball gods on your side because it is baseball once again.
All right.
All right.
See what happens.
Here we go. With whom did Phil Maton begin his major league career?
Options.
San Diego Padres, Houston Astros, Miami Marlins.
Houston Astros, final answer.
Question number 2. During the 2000s, Ben Sheets made 4 All-Star teams as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers. But where did he finish his career in 2012?
Yeah, options.
Is it Oakland, Atlanta, or Minnesota?
Atlanta, final answer.
Question number 3. Cameron Maybin was a top-tier prospect in the mid-2000s. Can you tell us his primary position?
Cameron Maybin, I think, was a center fielder.
Final answer?
All right, question number 4. In 1997, Edgar Renteria helped the Marlins win their first World Series title by hitting a slider over whose glove? Here's the hint.
Craig Counsell, final answer.
All right. We'll get Anthony back in here. How you feel, John?
Great, not great.
Not great? Okay, well, we'll see what Anthony is feeling when he walks back in here. He's coming back in here pretty quickly. Got a little pep in his step.
I'm ready to rock.
How's the Conus Island, sir?
Silent.
No
one
one?
was there. Yeah.
Nobody home?
No, I haven't seen
Just
Mike
you?
Ryder in a while. Who's that guy?
Yeah, check on old Ryder.
Yeah,
Send him,
we do.
Send him a group text, make sure he's doing good.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yes, sir.
As you know, John beat Marshy and I in baseball.
Yes.
You all had a little bit of a conflict in random,
Yes.
and he always wants baseball, Anthony.
Uh-huh.
And he got it.
Oh, okay.
Tell him, Marshy.
Pack a lunch.
All right. With whom did Phil Maton begin his major league career?
San Diego Padres. Final answer.
Question number 2. During the 2000s, Ben Sheets made 4 All-Star teams as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers. But where did he finish his career in 2012?
Ben Sheets. He was a Brewer. He was a Brave, I think. He was was he a Padre too? I'll take the options.
Options are Oakland, Atlanta, or Minnesota.
Oh. All right, so let's eliminate Minnesota then. I think he went from the Brewers to the A's. But I don't think he ended there, and I don't think it's the Twins, so I'll take the Braves. Final answer.
Question number 3. Cameron Maybin was a top-tier prospect in the mid-2000s. Can you tell us his primary position?
Former Detroit Tiger, Cameron Maybin. Actually, he was a Tiger. Well, he's an outfielder. If you want me to get more specific, center fielder. So center fielder. Final answer.
Question number 4. In 1997, Edgar Renteria helped the Marlins win their first World Series title by hitting a slider over whose glove? Here is a hint. This player was Cleveland's pitcher.
Well, that was later. That would have been later in the game, obviously, because it was a walk-off. So I'll need the options for this.
Options are Eric Plunk, Jose Mesa, or Charles Nagy.
I mean, Jose Mesa was like one of the big studs there for Cleveland for a long time. I'll take Jose Mesa. Final answer.
All right. Here we go. Let's start there. In 1997, Edgar Renteria helped the Marlins win their first World Series title by hitting a slider over whose glove? Hint, this player was Cleveland's pitcher. Anthony, you took the options. You said Jose Mesa. John, you didn't take the options, and you didn't let Marshy finish the question because you took Craig Counsell.
My bad.
Correct answer is?
Doesn't matter. It's Charles Nagy.
Yeah, Charles.
Mesa, too.
You would have gone Mesa, too? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like their dude there in the 8th, 9th.
Let's go question number 3. Cameron Maybin was a top-tier prospect in the mid-2000s. Can you tell us his primary position? John, without the options, you said center field. Anthony, without the options, you too said center field. The correct answer is
Well, it says outfield, but you guys got it right.
Nice
center
job,
field.
John.
2-2.
Nice job. That's a good poll there.
Yeah. Let's go to the next question. During the 2000s, Ben Sheets made 4 All-Star teams as a member of the Milwaukee Brewers. But where did he finish his career in 2012? John, you said Atlanta.
Wow.
Anthony, you said Atlanta. Correct answer is
It is Atlanta.
but you both needed the options.
Oh, you slick. You know what?
You got a 3-3 tie. It comes down to this.
Yeah.
With whom did Phil Maton begin his major league career? Anthony, without the options, you just shot out there. You said the Padres. John, you actually took the options. You said the Astros.
Yep.
The Padres were an option. If it's Padres, Anthony wins 5-3. If it's the Astros, John wins 4-3. If it's the Miami Marlins, we got a walk-off.
Wow.
John,
You have chosen poorly.
it was the San Diego Padres. John, he got you 5-3.
Well, good. He earned it. Well done, buddy.
No, thanks, John. Hey, you know what? You've been a great sport about everything. We appreciate you coming back. You probably got all kinds of important meetings that are stacking up, and the fast lane goofballs keep calling you back, so we apologize.
Father-in-law's 89th birthday tonight.
Oh, happy birthday. What's his name?
I don't know what she's serving in there. I'm sitting outside.
No, he said, what's his name?
Oh, John. His name's John.
His name's John, too. Okay. Well, happy birthday to John, and have fun, and yeah, find out what they're serving in there.
I will, guys.
All right,
Have a
take
good
care.
one.
Thanks,
Thanks, John.
See ya.
Great show.
Thank you, John.
John's a good guy.
John is a good guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if you've lost your touch
It's
there,
wearing off.
Marsh.
It's wearing off.
Maybe.
Even the good guys get past Marsh.
Maybe John or maybe Marsh has lived long enough now to see himself become the villain.
Oh.
I thought I was the villain. Maybe it's
Well,
the
yeah, he
opposite.
was
Maybe I'm
already
the
the
hero
villain.
now.
Maybe the hero now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know how
that works in
Well,
reverse.
no,
man.
then don't you no, because you. Oh yeah, yeah.
Depends
you
on
are.
who you're
yeah,
rooting for.
Yeah, true. This is complicated.
It very much is.
Yeah.
Anthony, ball does not lie. Congratulations.
Thank you. That Phil Maton one came in handy, big time.
You were you concerned?
Well, you ever answer like I wasn't when you asked it, but when you start to hear the
like, did I
options,
mess up?
like as soon as he said Astros, I'm like, ooh, but I was fairly confident in that one.
The 636 says, still think a true rematch needed to be random. So I guess we had to get John back on again tomorrow.
All right. Or I'll just take the L and we move on. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 to ESPN. I don't know if that satisfied anybody, but at least we did it.
The 314 says, that is justice for Tony.
Thank you.
Yes.
Finally some justice for Tony. Here in the Fastlane on 101 ESPN. What do we got next here? Oh, yeah. Could the real fire sale, which did not occur last Friday, could it actually happen, or Thursday? Could it actually happen in the offseason? That's next on 101 ESPN. Weedy's Hot Lot Blowout continues at Auto Centers Nissan. So right now you can enjoy 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down, and no payments for 3 months on 2025 Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos, all built in the United States, all available at Auto Centers Nissan. In fact, they've got over 1,000 vehicles all in one location right off I-55 in Herculaneum. No hunting across 5 lots, no games, just straight up deals. They've also got used cars. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, Auto Center says 0 down and no payments for 3 months. And remember, at Auto Centers Nissan, every new car comes with their dealer pricing, a lifetime warranty, and a 30-day return promise. So think about that. If you're a parent and you've got a child that's heading back to college, you got somebody that needs a vehicle, you want it to be a great deal, but you also want it to be reliable, a little peace of mind, dealer pricing, lifetime warranty, and that 30-day return promise at Auto Centers. Check them all out, their inventory that is, at AutoCentersNissan.com. When you do head out to Herculaneum, tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. Appreciate everybody being tuned in. Could the real fire sale come in the offseason? Carey, I know that you've mentioned this before. You've been kind of frustrated that the Cardinals did not have their fire sale on Thursday at the MLB trade deadline. They could have dealt Newt. They could have dealt Donovan if they were inclined to do so. They could have... Gorman. Yeah, entertain Gorman. Do you think, though, that the real fire sale could come in the offseason, and would you rather have it be then when Bloom is completely in charge and it's not a Mo and Bloom combination?
I don't know I don't know what the plan is for the offseason. I think I've said this multiple times. You have too many players, too many bodies for not enough spots. And so with Herrera no longer being a catcher, you're putting him in the field or at DH, which makes it be a little bit more cluttered for a guy like Alec Burleson, who seems to have earned a spot in the lineup every single day. You don't have a spot for Brendan Donovan, Lars Nootbaar. You're going to give Jordan Walker more runway. Like, there is not enough positions. I know Marshy thought that maybe they can go 10 fielders and put a rover out in like left center.
It's part of the new CBA negotiation.
I think that's going to work though. But you don't have enough.
Keep pushing, Mark.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
Pushing. You don't have enough guys. You don't have enough spots for the guys. So this offseason, I would be interested to see what route they go, what direction they decide to go because there might be some value for Lars Newbar. We talked about how he's an analytic darling. Like, everyone loves the analytics and how they match up and stack up against some of the best in the game. It just hasn't been able to come to fruition year after year, mainly because of health. Nolan Gorman is another one that people think has all of the power in the world to hit 30 bombs, but just hasn't been able to do it here. Maybe those are guys that are coveted in the offseason, and you can get something of value in return for those guys. I don't know if you move Brendan Donovan. I know there's probably going to be a bit of a clutter in the infield as well, depending on what happens with Nolan Arenado.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see how this offseason looks in comparison to what we've seen over the past few years with John Mozeliak at the helm.
Yeah, I think if you're Bloom, we talked about this a couple of times throughout the show. I think if you're Bloom, one of the first orders of business, if he hasn't done so already, is just go to the DeWitts and say, hey, are you willing to eat the contract of Nolan Arenado? Let's just start there, because if you're willing to eat the contract of Arenado and just say, hey, listen, Nolan, we're gonna free you to go to any place you want now. We're gonna eat the money. We're still gonna be paying you. It's gonna suck for 2 years, but you know what? Whoever winds up playing third base, whether it's Weatherholtz or Gorman or whoever, they're not gonna be paid much anyways. So you could just say, hey, look, the money, when it's all said and done,
kind of evens itself out.
I guess a little bit. If you're really that worried about it, like if you're Bloom and you're trying to sell the DeWitts on it, say, hey, Weatherhold's going to be our third baseman. I don't know if he is or not, but Weatherhold's going to be our third baseman. You're not going to be paying him anything. So the third base position is going to get whatever Arenado's due. Move on. Create that open spot. Create that flexibility. If the DeWitts are not willing to eat that contract, then I think you're probably going to have to be pretty aggressive trying to move Gorman, trying to move Newt, get as much pitching back as you can, open up those spots for the young players and roll that way.
I think for me, and I would be interested to know the true answer to this, I think the DeWitts and in terms of spending money on people who aren't playing, I don't think that that's a sound business decision in their mind, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to pay someone to walk away. You're cutting your losses, but you're still having to pay that guy. I don't know that that's something that they would be willing to do or want to do. Mm-hmm. Like, your mindset may be, and they finally got to that point with Eric Fetty, but you were looking at what? I mean, a couple $100,000 left on that deal because he was only $7 million a year. You figure you didn't play.
Yeah,
you didn't pay the majority of it already. You're looking at $31 million over the next 2 years with Nolan
you're eating
Arenado,
a lot of money. Yeah.
Where if I have to eat that and this man isn't playing baseball for us, that's a little bit different than $600,000-$700,000 that you probably had to pay left for Fetty. Mm-hmm. So I'd be intrigued to see how they go about that. If they're unable to move him in terms of a trade because he already nixed one, and there doesn't seem to be a huge market for him now, especially with the way that he's batting. Yeah. I'd be interested to see what route or what direction they go with Nolan Arenado, knowing that you have players on the roster that you need to get up and get in some games and get some time on the field.
I'm trying to see how much money the Cardinals ate with Mike Leake when they sent him to Seattle, because I know they did take on a portion of that deal. He was signed to a 5-year, $80 million contract. And then when they dealt him to Seattle, he still had a fair amount of money left. I can try to look that up. I mentioned this before. Katie Wu of The Athletic joined BK and Ferrario today, and she said the Cardinals typically don't eat this much money, and she's right. But they have done it before. They did it with Leak. They did it with Dexter Fowler. Moving on, creating that spot makes a lot of sense. But going back to what I said before to you, I would rather have Bloom look at moving whoever he wants to move in the offseason, where there's more time to gauge interests, more time to understand what you currently have within your organization, what you need, and then Bloom make the call, as opposed to Mo trading Newt at the gun on Friday or Thursday. I keep saying Friday, Thursday, when Newt was still on the IL. Now, I know he was activated, and that part might not have been a big deal. But, I'd rather have Bloom figure out what other teams have in their farm system than relying on Mo to do it at the trade deadline. There's some solace in the fact that that Bloom will be making this decision as opposed to Mo.
I think that makes some people happy. But we don't know what Bloom is. We haven't seen this.
This is a shot at Mo, basically.
So it really is. It's a shot at John Mozeliak saying anything is better. And I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll have to wait and see how Bloom goes about this offseason. And even if he's able to do those things, like we assume that, well, if we want to trade somebody, they should be traded. You got to have two people willing to dance if you want to make a trade. And that there's no guarantee that Nolan Gorman's market is high enough for another team to even say, yeah, we'll give you a low-level prospect back. Well, they may not want him on their roster at all. Same thing with Lars Nootbaar. So, and we've kind of seen that with Nolan Arenado. So you could be in a situation where you're stuck with three guys and trying to find positions for everyone else, all while at the same time not having enough spots for these players, and it becomes another frustrating season for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I know a lot of people keep talking about what they're interested in watching the rest of the year, and I think if J.J. Weatherholt gets called up, that'll be interesting to watch. While it wasn't fun watching Nolan Gorman boot the ball around at third base over the weekend. And he wasn't the only one, by the way. I mean, Wilson Contreras made 2 errors in one play.
That was rough. Straight into the ground.
Yeah.
What was that? I don't know what
he
the hell
spiked that thing at about 400 miles an hour.
It's like Caleb Williams throwing a football.
So I don't want to just bury. Wow. The shot across the bow at Marshy's. He has not looked great.
No, it doesn't look great.
Anyways, I don't want to just crush Gorman because he wasn't the only one that booted the ball around in San Diego. But what I'm fascinated by is what happens this offseason when Bloom is in charge. They're not going to sign anybody big. I think they'll probably sign some veterans on one or 2 year deals, go the short-term route, especially if there is a lockout coming up in a couple of years. But what I'm fascinated by is Bloom has had an opportunity now for 2 years to look at what this Cardinals team has had in the minors, to evaluate what they have the big league roster. So what is your first move when it's your chair? I know he's probably had say in what's going on.
Yeah.
But when it's all yours, Mo is gone, what is your first move? That I think should tell us a fair amount of what Bloom prioritizes moving forward.
I'm looking at the Mike Leake deal, and it looks like the Cardinals retained $12 million the first year he was in Seattle, and then $6 million, and then $5 million in the last year. So about $23 million over the 3 years.
For who? I'm sorry.
Mike Leake.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
So $23 million.
So $23 million
over 3 years.
Yeah, okay.
Ain't 31
no,
over 2.
It's not. But still, they ate money.
They did.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever find out once Mo is gone how much impact the DeWitts had in his decision making? Do you think he'll ever come out and say that?
No, I don't. Mm-hmm. I think they. I mean, let's be real. He's been a long tenured GM / president of baseball operations. Mm-hmm. The DeWitts have probably treated him very well. So, no, I don't think he'll ever come out and say.
He might write a book.
No, I don't think he will.
Why not?
What's the point in Barrett? I don't think Mo's like that. 2, I think that the DeWitts have probably done, taken care of Mo.
Done solid by him?
Very well. I don't think there's any reason to then bury him and say, hey, listen, remember when I made this trade? I actually wanted to make this trade. Or remember
people.
Yeah.
He could make a lot of money, though. You don't think that would be a bestseller?
In St. Louis, I think it'd be a bestseller.
People want to know.
How many people?
3 million, at least.
I think people would be interested.
I think people would be interested.
3 million, Anthony, at least.
Yeah.
I'm with you, though. I don't think that would ever happen.
Nah. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN, NFL.com. Put together an article in which they discussed the top contenders to topple the Eagles. CD and I are on the same page here. We don't think anybody will topple the Eagles. We think they're going to the Super Bowl again. Best roster in the NFC, if not the best roster in the NFL. But if they could topple the Eagles, which team is number one? That's next on 101 ESPN. My guy Stewie's on the line right now. I know, Stewie, I've heard that rates are dropping, and I imagine there's got to be great opportunities for everybody listening.
Anthony, it's a great opportunity. First, you got to understand that the jobs report that reported in May and June, those reports are estimated. We don't have actual numbers until later on in time. Well, the Federal Reserve and the numbers came out. The numbers came out just now in July, horrendous for jobs reports. They revised in May and June also to show weaker reports for the job market. So this means there's a very big incentive for the Federal Reserve to go ahead and cut the rates coming up in September. Now, you and I both know this is a very up and down kind of environment. So next month, if we see an inflation increase, okay, because of the tariffs, the Federal Reserve may change their mind and say, we're not going to go ahead and cut those interest rates. What does that mean, bottom dollar, for you? Right now, the rates are dropping because of those job reports. Take advantage. If you finance in the last 2.5, 3 years, you're probably paying a higher interest rate than you need to. You can refinance with the bagel loan, no closing costs at all. Save the money today. Right now, we just closed an ESPN listener. In 9 days, they're saving $300 on their payment. 6 months from now, if the rates go down again, you can do it again. As long as it doesn't cost you a dime, you're way ahead of the game.
There you go. But you do have to pick up the phone, call, text my guy Stewie, 314-324-4440. Again, 314-324-4440. If you miss that number, you can always Google the bagel loan. But now it's the time to act. Like Stewie said, there's opportunities for you, but not if you sit on the sidelines and watch the opportunity go by. Stewie, keep up the great work.
Have a great night, Anthony.
NMLS number 226715.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals back in action tonight after losing 2 of 3 to the Padres over the weekend. The Cards will take on the Dodgers tonight with Sonny Gray on the mound for the Redbirds going up against Tyler Glasnow. First pitch tonight is at 9:10. If you miss anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there. That's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We're going to dive back into the NFL. The Eagles won the Super Bowl this last year, and they look to repeat. But are there teams in the NFC that can take them down? We'll discuss it next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
On 101 ESPN, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, and Anthony Stalter. As Marsh just said in the Sports Center update, the NFL.com put together an article in which they said, you know what, here's some contenders to topple the Eagles. Do we agree with any of them? And first and foremost, as I mentioned in the tease, Carey, if you were to make any predictions, and we will make predictions, I think, toward the end of the month here, but if you were to make your predictions today on the NFC, do you have the Eagles winning the conference again?
Yeah.
I do too.
I did have a question, though. Because you mentioned this article.
Yeah.
And you just, in order to get to the 3 teams, you had to scroll past an entire portion of said article.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Which I found interesting that you all chose to scroll right on past. The initial part is a 2-parter of the article.
It wasn't important.
It's kind of interesting that you just.
Go ahead. I was wondering if you kept that, Gary. I was wondering. I was hoping to sneak it by you.
So the article says, ranking the top 3 challengers to the Eagles' NFC throne, but
NFC crown.
NFC throne, NFC crown.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I just want to highlight the fact that you said NFC.
Yeah, well,
that's the important factor here.
Yeah, no, I got that. I read that very well, but. You missed the top part where it says, stop dismissing Aaron Rodgers-led Steelers in the AFC. How the hell we get past that entire article down to the second half?
Oh, we're going to save it for later.
How the hell did we miss that?
I've got an article for you right here by The Athletic. Aaron Rodgers and the 4 concerns emerging for Steelers offense in camp.
No room to run.
Can't run the ball. Vertical passing game, not in sync. Wide receiver 2, connection missing.
Negative,
Young tackles
Anthony.
taking their lumps.
Negative. Let's stick with the positive, huh?
All right.
Still looking for J.J. Watt.
He'll be there. He'll be watching his brother.
So, yeah, I scrolled right down.
That's okay.
Right through
now,
there.
to answer your question, since we just, bypassed that whole portion of the article, none of those teams that they have on here, in my opinion, are threats to the Philadelphia Eagles.
So they being the Rams, the Commanders, and the Packers.
Yeah, nah. I think the Packers will probably win their division. I like what they have. I like the draft that they had this past offseason. The Commanders, we've talked about potentially being a team that takes a step back. We don't know what's going to happen with Terry McLaurin. I don't know if he's going to be, on that roster. He requested a trade. I don't know if he's going to be there. I don't know if he's going to be in camp actually participating. He's a hold-in right now, not a holdout, but he's there, just not practicing. And the Rams are an intriguing one. They continue to find a way to be good. I thought that defensively they were going to stink last year without Aaron Donald. Jared Verse said, hold my beer, watch me work, and I'll show you that we can still be a really good defense. And they were. I just don't know if they're going to be able to take that step and bypass what the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are 1A and B, and everyone else is, below that, because that's a really good football team that has drafted really well for the last couple of years, and their superstars actually play like superstars. They're not, totally dependent on the quarterback being outstanding and getting them out of, jams week in and week out. They have a great defense. They have a great running game. They have 2 great pass catchers on the outside. They are a complete team. And so for me, until someone shows me otherwise, the Eagles are going to be back in the NFC Championship and also winning that game and back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, just with these 3 teams real quick. If I'm going to choose one of these 3 teams, it's going to be the Packers. The Rams are a Matthew Stafford injury away from being one of the worst teams in the NFL. And Matthew Stafford, his health is always concerning. And I know he was able to stay healthy last year. I get it. I know they won a Super Bowl a couple of years ago. But Matthew Stafford has one back injury, and they're turning to Jimmy Garoppolo, and then all of a sudden the Rams season's over with. The Commanders, I've said this before to the point where I'm starting to get nervous that this will all blow up in my face. But I think the Commanders are one of those teams that will take a step back this year. Harder schedule. Jaden Daniels not going to surprise anybody this time around. Cliff Kingsbury's teams, his offenses in year 2 tend to be a little bit worse than in year 1 because defense coordinators start to catch up to what he's doing. And the defense, I don't know if the defense has improved. I know they've added a bunch of pieces, but will everything come together? And then the Packers, for me, I think that when you look at the Packers, if Jordan Love can stay healthy and be consistent, which is, consistency, I think, has been an issue for Jordan Love thus far. But if he can be consistent, I think the Packers are legit threats. However, if I'm going to choose a team in the NFC, it's the one that everybody keeps leaving behind because they've lost their 2 coordinators, and that's the Lions. Yeah. The Lions are still loaded, and we're acting like they don't exist.
Yeah, that's for a good reason, Anthony.
Who did we love a couple of years ago talking about culture? Was it Ben Johnson?
It was Dan Campbell.
Thank you.
But Dan Campbell don't call any plays.
No, he doesn't, but he hired Ben Johnson.
He did.
Who nobody else wanted.
Well, we don't know that.
We weren't saying, hey, Ben Johnson is unbelievable.
He didn't have a chance.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
And Dan Campbell knew that, and Dan Campbell was right. So
Ben Johnson was outstanding.
Aaron
Glenn was outstanding.
Until Dan Campbell gives me a reason not to believe that his culture is rock solid. I think the Lions are a team that is still the one that could give the Eagles the most trouble.
There's just some teams, some organizations, not just in the NFL, but just in sports in general, that are always destined to screw it up.
You're a big history guy in that regard,
I am,
Marsh.
and it's unfortunate that I'm a fan of one of those teams.
Very true. Me too.
Yeah. So they're destined to not get over the hump.
All right.
So I don't think the Lions are that team. I think they'll be good. I think they'll have a fine season. I just don't think they'll get over the hump. I don't think they'll beat the Eagles.
Okay. I don't think so either. But if I'm going to choose a team in the NFC, it wouldn't be one of these 3. It'd be the Lions.
So,
or as Marsh would call them, the Lie Downs.
Oh wow!
I didn't call them that.
Really? Never heard that.
You wanted to.
I'm not smart enough to come up with something so brilliant such as that.
On this list, I would actually take the Rams as the team ahead of the Packers and ahead of the Commanders. Mm-hmm. But I want to give y'all a team, man, that I think it could be surprising. I think they're going to be surprising in the NFC. You want to take a guess?
Let's take a guess.
You want to take a guess? You like guessing. You like guessing game.
List. Do we have a list of teams? Is it just one team? Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No, it's not in the South. I don't think those guys are good enough to win a championship.
Oh, okay. Let's think about this.
Oh, I know who it is.
Who?
It's the team that he loves right now.
Oh, it's Arizona.
It's Arizona. It's the Cardinals.
Hell no. I don't think the Cardinals have a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Or make it to the NFC Championship game.
Wow,
I think they'll win their division.
I feel foolish now.
Okay, let's. Who is it not? He said it's not the NFC South. It's not the Cowboys. It's not the Giants.
No.
It's not the Cowboys, is it?
Is it not?
Oh,
what?
Wow.
Is it not the Cowboys?
I forgot. He's completely swung the other way.
Is it not Dallas?
And now he's a Dak fan.
I like Dak.
What?
He loves Dak.
See, here's the thing.
What?
I have watched George Pickens make catches from people who are not
about George Pickens.
You should care about George Pickens.
He's not going to put him on the team. They can't run the ball.
Here's why it matters. Because on the opposite side is a true number 1 receiver in CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott is a guy that throws passes, and he does it really well.
Carey, who's going to run the ball? You keep asking that question.
I've said that time and time again. Dak has led the league in passing touchdowns and been 3rd in passing without that run game. So
he's had to.
Exactly. And
how did that work out when that happened?
Well,
they got spanked by the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs.
They had a lot of injuries, but if they can stay healthy, oh boy. That'd be my team, man. You pay Micah, he's going to get after the quarterback?
They're not going to pay him.
They are. Jerry ain't no damn fool. He's a lot of things.
Carey, look at their head coach.
I think he is a fool.
He ain't no damn fool.
He's a good businessman. I'll give him that.
That head coach was also the OC when Dak was throwing all of them passes and passing touchdowns.
Who was calling plays?
Don't worry about don't let facts get in the way of a good story, Anthony. We got that text earlier. Don't let facts get in the way of the story I'm telling you, Anthony.
If that texter is still listening, the one that you were going back and forth with CD, and then you texted him back about how he was all about emotion and not facts.
He said, He said,
you got
passion.
A huge laugh in this studio.
That was hilarious.
That was well done.
Yeah.
All right. It's Fast Lane 101 ESPN. I just can't believe the transformation you've done here with Dallas.
A healthy Dak Prescott for me, and I've said this, CeeDee Lamb is a true number one receiver. You know that.
Yeah.
He is. When Dak is healthy, now it's hit or miss. He broke his ankle a couple of years ago. I think it was his hamstring 2 years ago, last year. Like he has had an injury history, but when he's healthy, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And they've added another receiver opposite of CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, I get it.
I think Jaden Blue is probably going to be the one. Javonte Williams was really good in Denver his rookie year. He dealt with some injuries. I don't know what he's going to be, but I think Jaden Blue is a really good running back out of Texas that they drafted. Figure it the fast lane out in the running game, and you got two dogs on the outside that are going to shred defenses apart. That's just my opinion.
Darth 007, horrible take, CD. The Cowboys.
Darth.
I'm with Darth on this one.
We appreciate you listening, sir.
Yeah.
I can't believe
or
you'd
man,
say
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just
hey,
nasty.
Carey's still upset that we didn't bring up the Steelers.
Yeah, that's what this is about. You're right. You're right.
In that article.
You better believe it. You just bypassed, just skipped it like it wasn't there.
Yeah, of course we did.
Interesting.
The Cardinals are in L.A. tonight to take on the Dodgers. Sonny Gray versus Tyler Glasnow. We've got a lineup, so we'll play the lineup game next on 101 ESPN. open up a new series against the Dodgers tonight. A Dodgers team that the Cardinals whipped last time they played them, taking 2 of 3 and catapulting them. Well, no, I didn't catapult them very far. Is that the last time you felt good about the Cardinals this season? Right around that time? I'll take that as a yes. Tyler Glass now is the right-handed pitcher on the mound today.
Did they start to stink after that series?
I think they did.
We felt really
there.
weird about that Sunday game.
Right around that time, the Cardinals started to stinkola. Yeah.
That's bad.
But new winning streak starts tonight.
Why not us, Anthony?
Why not us?
I said it on Friday.
Yeah, you did.
Then they decided to lose 2 of 3.
They did win on Saturday, though. That's the thing you have to focus on.
They did, yeah.
All right.
Is that what we're focusing on?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Carey, Tyler Glass now is a right-hander.
Yeah.
Would you like to get us cooking?
I'll try.
All right.
But I have no clue. Other than this, show us Brendan Donovan.
Look at that guy. Vibrant, handsome, hair.
B. Donovan. Herrera here?
Sure.
Show us Ivan Herrera.
Oh, Yvonne? That's a French-ass name, Yvonne. Yeah, my little croissant. Little cheese on my croissant.
Splashback 2 brings up a good point here. Remember when there was almost no production value for the lineup game? Just the party horn in the middle of the segment? Then, oh! Do you remember that?
No.
We'd just be in a segment and then the party horn. And then we had a cut right to the lineup game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Now I feel like it's set up. Look at us. Anyways,
did people like that more?
I don't know. And Splashback Dudes from the Snake Pit isn't saying one way or another.
Catch you off guard. Probably more excitement when it just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think so.
And then instead of letting the people know, hey, lineup game.
Right.
That means you got to be tuned in all damn day.
Are you saying that our listeners aren't tuned in all damn day?
No, some of them are. Some of them got jobs, though, Marshy.
What? Oh, Carey.
Just saying. Like, this is our job. We're here from 2 to 6 on air. Some people, now Anthony, stay with me. Some people work from like 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m.
No.
It's called a 9 to 5.
Yeah, and they're listening.
That's their job to listen.
Yeah.
No.
You can do both.
I'll tell you what, Carey. I'll look it up later.
Okay. I do suggest you take one little AirPod, pop it in.
Yeah.
You can listen to us all day.
You're good to go.
And you can listen to what your boss is saying with the other ear.
Yeah.
Called multitasking.
Yeah,
I like that.
Get her done.
Yeah.
You know? You're not listening to us. What the hell are you doing anyways?
Waterboy says Anthony doesn't listen to the show. That's not true.
Do you listen to the show?
Anthony doesn't watch the
like
game.
afterwards?
Yeah.
No. No.
You guys don't listen to the show afterwards?
No, I don't. I can't stand. Like, if I was, I'd pick myself apart, and there is so much to pick apart. No, I would have zero confidence. The biggest critic of old A. Stalter is A. Stalter himself. Yeah. I would pick apart everything I said. Every stumble, I would call, you idiot! Hit the words out of your mouth! Or why'd you ask that question? Or what's with that tease?
Well, that's how you learn, though, and get better, right?
This is true.
There's that part, too, Marsh, yeah. Yeah. So, I guess I'll go back to listening to the show.
There you go.
Do you?
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
And the purpose is to...
Same. Just hear what you do well, what you don't do well.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you might say something like, that was dumb. Mm-hmm. You ever get in an argument and wish you'd have thought of something?
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards?
Oh, yeah.
Damn it, why didn't I think of that?
Typically happens when you're in the shower and or on the toilet.
Yeah. Darn it.
I missed an opportunity. I was going to win that
perfect.
Those are when you have your best ideas is when you're in the bathroom, don't you think?
Absolutely. There's no question.
And you sound great, too, when you sing in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
You think you could go on American Idol.
I did try out for one of those shows.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember which one. Not American Idol.
I sent in...
The Voice.
Oh, The Voice.
Oh, Carey, yeah. I'm picking you.
You didn't see him turn around.
Whoa! You getting in on this, Anthony?
So how far did you make it?
Nah, I didn't make it.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately. I sat in that damn line all day, though.
Did you? What song did you sing?
I don't even remember.
You have to remember.
I think it was Usher.
Usher, baby.
Usher, baby. Yeah, I think. I don't recall.
Okay, all right.
It's been a while. I don't remember what it was.
That's
should have sang that song.
Yeah,
They should have. They should have chosen you.
Yeah.
Marsh, you like this. Back right out of college, my buddy and I sent in separate tapes for Survivor.
Oh, yes.
Separate edition tapes for Survivor. Never heard back.
I keep pushing that off. I'm really wanting to go on the show.
You should.
I really want to.
Yeah.
I just keep pushing it off.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll make a point of that here in the next couple of weeks to make a video.
There you go.
On the Amazing Race.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who'd you choose?
Right now, I choose my girl.
Yeah?
She's very competitive. Very.
I believe that.
Competitive.
Yeah. You guys win it all.
No, I think so. My mom used to want to go. I said right. That's why I say right now. I don't want. Yeah. Clarify that. It would have been my mother.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
All right.
Should we finish the lineup game or no?
I guess. Where are we here?
Third batter.
Oh, the third batter. I said Ivan Herrera.
Show us Alec Burleson.
Waterboy. This lineup game segment's going great.
You're already acting like you're a star, and we haven't even opened yet.
Show us Wilson Contreras.
You don't know how to play first base. It's not that hard. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
Hey, anything worth doing is.
Show us Masyn Winn.
What the H is
I already wrote it down.
I wrote it down too.
I had to cross him off. Well, cross him off then. All right. Well, we know it's not Arenado.
No.
I don't think. Do you think it's Gorman? Newt?
Maybe.
Which one?
Go Newt.
Show us Lars Taylor Tatsui. Newt Bar.
International superstar.
I hate that I had to cross off.
They're running any walls or anything.
Masyn Winn.
Is this Winn?
Yeah.
Show us Masyn Winn.
Second.
There he is.
Bring me that up.
So, what, Pajes here?
Yeah, I guess so.
Show us Pedro Pajes.
Stupid.
Here's the problem. I don't know who's playing what.
All right, so let's break this down then.
Herrera's DH.
Contreras at first. Donovan in left.
Donovan at second base. Oh, maybe he's in left. Hell, I don't know. Is it Jordan Walker?
It could be Jordan Walker.
Show us.
Where's he playing?
I don't know.
DH. Burleson's probably in right. No, I don't think this is Walker. This is either Gorman or Sajaci.
Oh, okay.
To play third, right?
Probably Gorman. It's a righty.
Go for it.
Show us Nolan Gorman.
You are so wrong.
Show us Thomas Sajaci.
Richard, do I have a mark on my face? It really hurts.
So he's playing third.
Nope, nothing. I thought I hit you on the shoulder.
My shoulder doesn't hurt very much, but
Where the
my
hell's
face
Newt Bar
does.
Left field.
Oh, Donovan's at second. Got it. Yep, that makes sense.
Show us Pajes.
Yeah.
Pedro Pajes.
Smithies, throw this at him. You're out.
Maybe.
Show us Victor Scott.
Run as fast as you can. You can't
Our best.
catch me.
But we
I'm
didn't finish.
the gingerbread man.
Which is important, Carey.
That's all that matters.
Go ahead and run it.
Leading off, second baseman Brendan Donovan. Batting second, your DH, Ivan Herrera. Batting third in left field, Alec Burleson. Your cleanup hitter at first base, Wilson Contreras. Batting fifth in right field, Lars Nootbaar. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Masyn Winn. Batting seventh and playing third base, Thomas Sajaci. Batting eighth and catching, Pedro Pajes. And batting ninth in center field, Victor Scott the second.
Stay fair.
Go foul.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Home run.
All right, Jamie's lead widened with a home run by Wilson Contreras on Friday night.
He's feeling pretty risky tonight, isn't he, Anthony?
Yes, he is. He's feeling very, very risky.
Hampson?
Yeah.
Off the bench? Think so. You know what? I'm feeling risky, too. Give me Jordan Walker off the bench.
Really?
Yeah,
You're going to just start swinging for the fences, are you?
Literally, yeah. Well, figuratively. I'm not literally swinging, but you get the point.
All right, give me Alec Burleson.
Old Burley, huh?
Yeah, old left-handed Burleson.
I'm going to go ahead and go with future outfielder for the Dodgers, Lars Taylor Tatsui Nootbaar.
Interesting. You got the Cardinals trading with the Dodgers, huh? Worked out last time. Biggest question of the day. How do we feel about McGreevy? Looking to be a lock in the starting rotation. See, when I listen to this later, I'm going to crush myself. Biggest question of the day next on 101 ESPN.
Biggest question of the day, brought to you by Mentality. Our patients experience a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Reclaim your health at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
With Carey Davis and Andrew Marsh, I'm Anthony Stalter. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Another mistake. Biggest question of the day. How do we feel about Michael McGreevy basically being a lock for the 2026 rotation? So over the weekend, had himself a nice bounce-back performance against the Padres, a team that pounded him a week prior here in St. Louis, but he was a little rough in the early going, was McGreevy, and then rebounded. So he grew up a fan of the Padres in California, started at Petco Park in front of a bunch of family members, friends and family members, earned the win in a come-from-behind Cardinals victory 8-5. Got a personal text from Adam Wainwright, who complimented McGreevy on his curveball. Again, he was rocked by San Diego at Busch Stadium, allowing 7 earned runs just 6 days prior. Allowed some early damage as well to get through. Gave up a run in the first, 2 more in the second, and a 415-foot home run by Jackson Merrill in the third. But settled in the third, began trusting his stuff, landing his pitches, showing fight. How do you feel about McGreevy being ticketed to the 2026 rotation?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, see, what I hear from you is, it's fine.
Well, Anthony.
Like, you're not excited, but you're also not against it. Like,
it kind of has to be fine.
Yeah.
Because who else you got?
Andre Palante.
Who else?
Sonny Gray.
And?
Matthew Liberatore.
And that equals 4.
It's good math.
You need 5 starting pitchers.
Who's to say?
Generally speaking.
Okay.
You know, when guys' arms to get tired.
Got it.
A lot of innings. We no longer have innings eaters, Anthony. We have pitchers. You know?
Let's hope.
I mean, that's what they're getting paid to do.
That would be a nice fundamental approach.
Have pitchers?
Yeah.
And not guys that just eat innings?
Right.
I agree. But yeah, Michael McGreevy will be in the starting rotation because where else you going? You're going to go out and trade for some pitchers, starting pitchers for next season?
Maybe Liam Doyle will be ready.
That makes 5.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll round out your top 5. Good to go. You can play the game now.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is.
So use quote. I think you'd like this there, CD. Sometimes it takes getting punched in the face, and you have to wipe the blood off and keep going.
So yeah,
like that mindset.
You do. Now, in fairness, I was taught when I was a child, very young man. My mama told me, don't let nobody hit you first. My mama said, don't ever let somebody hit you first. If they get close, you punch them first, because hell, you might get knocked out. So
that's a good philosophy.
Getting punched and responding is cool. Not getting punched and punching first is better.
What if you blocked the first punch?
Yeah.
Then you didn't get hit.
Then that's assault, brother. And then you could do whatever you want, basically.
Like a wax on, wax off thing.
Yeah.
Or they try and punch you. You're just like,
yeah.
Yeah, you dodge that.
Dodging everything. That's actually kind of cool.
And they threw first.
Yeah.
So now you're just defending yourself.
You look like Neo.
Well, there's a threat that's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them to get a chance to swing first.
No, I think that's fair.
Personal opinion,
Sure.
Preference for certain people.
You block them, then you go boom, like right on the.
Oh, you box them, huh?
Box their
ears.
Yeah, boom.
Ooh,
now that's painful.
McGreevy had 7. Good thoughts there, Marsh. McGreevy had 7 swings and misses, 10 ground ball outs. Relied heavily on his sinker and his curveball. So the Cardinals continue to value pitch to contact guys with strong mental makeup. I like the mental makeup part of it. I really do. The pitch to contact, I think I'm good with. Like if I don't see that for a while, like Mo's pitch to contact guys. Mm-hmm. If McGreevy's the last true Mo pitch to contact, I think we're good. Like moving forward, I wouldn't mind seeing some power arms sprinkled in with all these pitch to contact guys. Just a thought.
Listen, I would love to see guys strike people out. It's something about it, You got good defense behind you, but you don't need them as often as, guys that just throw the ball to hit the bat. Because, Anthony, you can do the research on this. If you continue to hit the bat, at some point, it's going to go somewhere where people aren't.
Yeah, I was just going to bring this up. Growing up, when you were a pitcher, as a little person, as a child, Anthony, you're playing youth baseball.
Yeah.
Did you ever have the mindset, man, I really hope that guy hits a hits the ball here.
No, I want to strike him out.
Now, there's certain times
Strike
if there's
this
a guy
fast
on
guy.
there's a guy on
Fast
base,
lane
right?
guy out.
Hey, I need a ground ball here. That's when it really,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ever thought about getting a ground ball to end an inning. I think
It'd
when
be
I was
nice, right?
pitching,
It'd be nice to get a ground ball double play here.
Yeah.
But I
mean, in Little
really
League,
want to
you're
strike this guy out.
Well, in Little League, you're just trying to find where the damn strike zone is, too.
It's true.
Can I throw enough strikes? Right? Yeah.
Get this guy out.
I don't think that Micah McGreevy will ever be a 1 or 2 in this rotation. Not a problem. I do think, though, given that mental makeup, somebody that could be, 3-4 for you moving forward.
Are you concerned at all by what we saw at the beginning of his career to what we're seeing right now? It doesn't look the same.
No, because this is part of the development. This is part of a player getting better. I think that, especially in today's age, we have zero patience for development. If I see you at the big league level, you better be knocking on the door of a Hall of Fame or you're a piece of garbage.
Wow.
That's kind of how people think now. You better be a superstar if they're calling you up. No, there's a bit of a development that has to happen. Players tend to either get better or stay the same or get worse.
Can I rephrase that?
Sure.
I think people have less patience with development if your team stinks. If your team is good and that player is moving up through the system, I think you, as a fan, will allow for that time to sort of, it's going to take a little bit. I'm okay with that. Our team's winning at the major league level. This guy can just be a complimentary piece until he's ready to be the next dude.
Yeah.
When the team stinks, now I'm a little bit more frustrated because we don't have anybody to be that guy.
Yeah. I'll buy that. Yeah. Yeah, when you're watching a product that you don't like, you want the young guys to, because you want the young guys to produce right away, because of course that's your hope. That's your hope that things could change quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So you're excited about, hey, we get to watch the youth. But if the youth is no good and your team stinks, then you're just frustrated constantly.
Always.
Yeah. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Are the Cardinals trending in the right direction with their draft and trade deadline deals? Carey? I think you think they are. Yeah. You're excited.
All right, I'm excited.
We're going to breathe some optimism into this Cardinals fan base next on 101 ESPN. Carey. You said in the office today, Cardinals, you actually posed the question, are the Cardinals trending in the right direction with their draft and trade deadline deals? And I looked at you and I said, who the hell is this? This isn't my Carey Davis saying this stuff.
I keep telling you guys I'm a Cardinal fan. You all don't believe me.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I said, I had my headphones on.
Yeah, I said, who are you rooting for tonight?
These damn things ain't working right. I was trying to. Sorry, what's that?
Oh, I said, who are you rooting for tonight between the Cardinals and Dodgers?
Oh, Cardinals playing the Dodgers tonight?
Yeah. You said the Cardinals are. I love my Cardinals. That's what you said. I'm a Cardinals fan.
So about the Cardinals in this article, what I was saying is the MLB, ESPN wrote an article, MLB trade deadline 2025 ranking prospects who changed teams. Mm-hmm. And we realized that the Cardinals had a few prospects from some of the trades that they made. And number 4, Jesus Baez. The guy that was traded over in the Ryan Helsley deal. They have him number 4 in all of the prospects that were traded at the trade deadline. They list him as a third baseman, a player that has capabilities, plays shortstop, some second base, but he primarily fits as a third baseman. I think, we probably won't see him till 27, 28, but for me, when I was looking at that, I was like, I started thinking we already know about J.J. Weatherholt, right? We already know. We've heard about J.J. Weatherholt in the same way that we heard about Masyn Winn. Mm-hmm. They were seemingly pretty right on Masyn Winn. Hopefully, we get to see J.J. Weatherholt, and they're right on him. Jesus Baez is another name that came up. And then another name that was in the top 14, 15, 17, Blaze Jordan. Guy who was known for his power, Anthony. It was like how I understood it. It was kind of like when you watch Zion Williamson highlights in high school.
Oh,
just slam dunking on people. Yeah, no.
Not Zion, not NBA Zion,
but high school.
Yeah,
just based on how he was hitting the ball in his underclassmen years in high school. Just a guy just hit bombs. He's projected potentially a first baseman. So, again, I got to thinking.
Yeah.
Why'd you bring up Zion? That's not really, I don't like
that. Well, the high school version of Zion. Yeah. You got to listen, March.
You're not listening. I'm giving you hope.
I don't have hope on that guy.
Nah, don't worry about it. Zion is in New Orleans. He's eating everything that they got good food down there in New Orleans.
Don't you dare.
No. I'm telling them they do.
You got yelled at earlier today. Don't you dare.
These people don't know ball. Nothing about it. So I got to thinking. We've also heard about Liam Doyle, who they drafted in the first round, this past draft. As frustrating as this Cardinal organization has been to some Cardinal fans, me included, right? It feels like, now, Anthony, don't quote me on this, but I feel as though I can see a direction. Okay. Whereas in the years past, I felt like I was just meandering through the woods with Cardinal hat on, trying to find other Cardinal fans, trying to find the path to wins for this Cardinal team.
Sure.
And now I feel like they have a path, a direction in place. Had a very good draft. You've heard about Liam Doyle and all of the ability that he has. He's trending in I would assume in a way that you would think he's at least a 2 or 3 for a starting rotation. Then you get these trades where you get some prospects back. Again, it's not something that you're going to know in the year of 2026, maybe 27, probably 28. But still, it is, to me, finally a direction in which the Cardinals are going. They have prospects that people are high on. They have drafted players that people are high on, and you're trending in a direction where as long as you can start to create some room on the current roster, on the active roster, and we talked about maybe a fire sale this offseason, you have some players in place that kind of what we talk about with Army and the Blues, when those older players start shuffling out, whether it be because of contract or because of age, you have players that are right there to take that place, and you're confident in what they can do because they've been drafted, they've been developed, and they're ready to roll when their time comes.
I like that, CD. Well said. Yeah, absolutely.
Excited.
Here we go, boys.
This is for you, Mo.
Yeah. Yes. There we go. I'm feeling it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mo! By the way, Lucan Baker has been assigned to the Dodgers, Class AAA Oklahoma City. He was claimed off waivers by the Cardinals, or claimed by the Dodgers after the Cardinals put him on waivers to clear another spot for the 40-man roster. So Lucan Baker now a Dodger.
Does that scare you?
An Oklahoma City, whatever.
They didn't get nothing for him.
Well, they know they just placed him on waivers. Yeah, the Cardinals also picked up left-hander Anthony Venziano. Finally, an Italian.
Yeah.
Finally, Italian. The lack of Italians on the Cardinals has been really disappointing. So, Venziano, they claimed off waivers from the Miami Marlins. He was recently DFA'd, and the Cardinals, who have only one lefty reliever in the majors, put Venziano at Class AAA Memphis now. They just traded a pair of lefties last week, so I laughed because I'm like, how could this happen? But they just traded away two guys.
The Cardinals?
Yeah, they traded away two lefties. I was laughing because it says the Cardinals only have one lefty reliever in the majors. In my head, I'm like, how could this happen? But they just traded two guys.
There's nothing funny about losing, Anthony.
No, that I agree with. Yeah. But, guys, what was your favorite Luke and Baker moment as a Cardinal?
It's a very good
there's
question.
so many, Anthony.
So many.
Hit a lot of home runs in the minors.
He certainly did.
That's for damn sure.
He's a
Man, my
hitting
favorite
bombs.
moment.
Yeah.
It's probably that double that he had that one time.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
What time was that?
Well, it just happened, against that team. Oh, it might have been the Angels.
It was a well-timed double, that's for sure.
He did have a
Honestly,
double against the Angels.
It was a double against the Angels.
He was chugging, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
so.
Yeah, he's moving.
Yep.
Big fella.
Mm-hmm.
Or his home run against the Phillies.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a random Saturday, I believe.
Off of Zach Wheeler.
It was a Fox game, I believe.
Off of, Zach Wheeler.
Good for him.
I don't know if it was.
It was this year?
No, I'm being serious. No, this was a couple years ago.
No.
Or maybe it was last year.
Let's see here.
I don't recall.
What are you, Roger Clemens?
No, that was, wasn't that Rafael Furcal? Rafael
maybe.
Palmeiro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Roger Clemens said, what did he say? I misremembered or something?
That was Rafael Palmeiro, wasn't it?
Roger Clemens said it too, I think. They all Sammy Sosa couldn't speak English.
Anthony, our minds.
You got it.
Luke and Baker, first career home run off Zach Wheeler, top of the third at Philadelphia on a Saturday on Fox.
How about that? How about that?
In 2023.
Carey. Good for him.
Good for us.
Yeah.
For remembering?
Yeah.
I didn't remember. You all did. I'm
just saying, I thought you'd be excited for us.
I'm happy we all remembered.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't like that Carey just left us hanging there.
I'm with you.
No, you're not. You're not. But that's okay.
Carey, I don't like your attitude right now.
I don't either.
I'm all with you.
You know what? Let's we're done.
We got to move on.
Yeah.
I feel horrible right now.
So do I. I feel horrible about myself and really, quite frankly, about this show right now.
What?
Just because of Carey's attitude.
No.
We do need a new Beat the Street contestant, so feel free to text into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. New Beat the Street contestant. If you want to play, fantastic. Text in now. You'll have an opportunity to do so. We will also play Bet the Board next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals take on the Dodgers tonight in L.A. Sonny Gray on the mound going up against Tyler Glasnow. First pitch tonight is at 9:10. If you miss anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Beat the Streak and Bet the Board coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
I want to hit baseballs. All of my successes depend on me.
You're ready to hit.
The hits just keep on coming.
And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome in Jared. Jared's our new listener to Beat the Streak. What's up, Jared? Oh, good. Doing good. I hope your connection is good here in a second. But, Marsh, what's the latest streaks?
All right, Anthony, you have a streak of 4. Carey has a streak of 2. Jamie and I have a streak of 1. Unfortunately for Tyson, Ivan Herrera did not get a hit on Friday, but that is okay because Jared is now our contestant today and Beat the Streak.
All right, sounds good. I have done okay with going with guys that aren't the obvious ones. I'm going to go with Andy Paez tonight, the Dodgers center fielder, who's batting 8th. That entire lineup loaded with stars, Carey, but give me the guy that most people never heard of.
None better than old Paez.
Andy Paez, yeah.
Pedro's brother.
Sure.
You think? Think they're related?
Yeah.
Who is it on, me or you, Marsh?
You're up, Carey.
All right. Well, I mean, if I'm going to go with anybody, give me Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
I don't know what he's ever done, but
he's done a lot, probably.
He probably has. All right. Good player.
I'm going to go with Freddie Freeman tonight.
Okay. All right. Jamie. Who's Jamie going with? Victor Scott?
I mean,
did he text that in?
He probably did.
Okay. Yeah, Victor Scott for Jamie. And Jared, who would you like?
You know, you guys, all you do is pick Dodgers. This is ridiculous. Is Tommy Edman in the lineup for the Dodgers?
No, he's not, but Mookie Betts is. As is Will Smith.
Okay. Tommy had good numbers against Sonny. I wasn't sure if he was in. Yeah, let's just go Will Smith.
Okay. So you were lying to us there. You were setting us up. I see what you're doing, Jared.
Completely.
So
actually, no Dodgers lineup yet. My bad.
Not out.
Yeah, see, I couldn't find it anywhere. I was looking, and I was like, I'm sure he's in there, right?
My bad. What I saw was a projected lineup for the Dodgers. My bad. And Tommy wasn't in that one. So you could take the chance. Just go with Tommy Edman. Essentially, we're all rolling the dice who took Dodgers. So do you want Tommy Edman?
Nah, Will Smith. Let's just stick with it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Jared, good luck to you. I hope that Will Smith gets a hit for you tonight. You'll be back on tomorrow.
Sounds good. Let's hope so.
All right. Take care.
You too.
From Beat the Streak to Bet the Board. All right, March, how did we do over the weekend?
Everybody got a point.
Nice.
Except for me.
Oh, no. Sorry, Marshy.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, no.
All right, so is Jamie up?
Technically, yes.
Yeah, because he won last month, so he would have this month. Carey, I believe he texted you.
Yeah, let me.
Do you need a second to look through your phone
to figure out what he texted?
Do you mind if I go?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay. Because we're all tied, right, Marsh?
I think he is this WTA, the Women's Tennis Association. It looks like he took Marta Kostyuk.
Really?
Yeah, at plus 800. Yeah.
You went with Kostiak?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Over
Rybakina?
Yeah.
Who is minus 1,200.
Wow, that's shocking
That's
to me.
That's a huge underdog. But, Jamie feels it in his bones.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Carey, would you like to go next?
Nope. Need a second. I'm still trying to find mine.
You got to put down your phone. Yeah, I got you. Just checking. You're checking lines.
Yeah.
All right, give me the Brewers over 4.5 runs tonight against Eric, the Fedman Fetty.
You are
Brewers over 4.5 runs.
Anything with Fetty, you're taking. Well, I'm going to stick
Fed
with
man.
I'm going to stick with that one too. Give me the Brewers on the money line, minus 132.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Freddie Freeman. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
Really?
No kidding.
Marsh is on the hits, runs, RBI train, is he?
Huh? Good for you.
I gotta switch it up, man, you know?
All right. Well, there you have it. Here's Beat the Streak and Bet the Board.
Yeah.
Here on 101 at ESPN. If you're just joining us, according to Derek Gould and John Denton, the Cardinals have claimed left-hander Anthony Venziano off waivers from the Marlins. He was a 10th round pick of the Royals in 2018. He's pitched in 24 games with 1 start and 25 with Miami. Struck out 20 in 21 innings of work. In his major league career, he's pitched in 38 games with 35 Ks in 36 2/3 innings. So that's good. Lucan Baker was placed on waivers to create a spot on the 40-man roster, and he was claimed off waivers by the Dodgers, who sent him to AAA. So no more Lucan Baker.
By the way, Tommy Edman is injured, rolled his ankle, rounding first base against the Tampa Bay Rays. So,
well, good. So
it's a good thing that
not good that he's hurt.
Well,
Marsh.
No, it's a good thing that Jared didn't pick
former
him.
Cardinal. We can't be just.
Let me finish my sentence.
We got you.
You guys aren't letting me finish.
Let him finish. Will you? All right, so that probably why is the projected lineup doesn't have him in. Carey, what do you think of the max deal, the max extension for the Spurs and De'Aaron Fox? 4 years, $229 million extension.
I think I should have been like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10".
That makes sense.
Yeah. Been a hooper, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The max deal has no player option. The final year secures Fox's future in San Antonio through the 2029-30 season. After the trade deadline, moved the one-time All-Star and the one-time All-NBA guard from the Kings to the Spurs. Fox and Paul were able to navigate a trade to his preferred destination of San Antonio in February and then secure his long-term extension months later.
Yeah, I
Spurs
think
also drafted Dylan Harper with the number 2 pick, and of course they've got Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, if he's healthy, he was out last year, I think with a blood clot. Oh, Wembanyama, he was
missed a lot
of time last year. But that is a team that, that West is going to be, I think it's going to be good again. Luka signed an extension with the Lakers, so he's locked in for the next, I think, 3 or 4 years. It's going to be interesting to see how this whole Western Conference plays out. I love the NBA, man. I can't wait to wait for the season to start and see how this plays, how it goes.
When's it start, in April?
October.
Oh.
Ish. You probably don't care about it until April. Says more about you than the NBA, Marshy. You know?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Earlier today, we talked about Texas, Ohio State, Penn State top the preseason coaches poll, top 25 teams. Illinois, Carey's Fighting Illini were 12th.
Let's go.
Your top 5, Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, who I feel like is flying under the radar.
Yeah.
Me and Frick James.
What, Gunnar Stockton as their quarterback?
Yeah, damn right, Gunnar Stockton.
Let's see how that goes. I don't know.
You saw him come off the bench.
I did, and I feel like if he
took that shot in the playoff game,
he did get smoked. I think if he was good enough, he would have been starting. That's just my personal opinion. Just how I think.
He's starting now. That's the only thing that matters.
Question for you.
Sure.
How long has James Franklin been at Penn State?
He has been at Penn State for 7 years.
That's awesome. I felt the exact same thing.
7 years.
12.
Oh. Oh, my.
I thought so.
I figured about 2018.
No, 2012 or 2013.
Oh,
listen, I was at Big Ten Media Day.
I still remember him at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it was like 2012.
It was yesterday.
He said that I was at Big Ten Media Day last week. And he said that going on my 12th season, I said, what is James Franklin smoking up there?
Yeah.
Ain't no damn 12 years for you. I had to Google it. I said, oh, damn, he's right.
12 years?
12.
I
had to Google it.
I would have lost a lot of money there.
Threw me
If you would have said 10, I would have like, nah. Under. Jeremy Hodge where's Notre Dame ranked? Just curious. They're 5th. So Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, Notre Dame rounds out your top 5. Clemson 6, Oregon 7, Bama 8, LSU 9, Miami 10.
By the way, still looking for a team to root for this upcoming season. So far, from what I gathered from the text line, Georgia Southern, one of those teams, Notre Dame, Mizzou, of course. Someone mentioned Georgia. I crossed them out.
Why?
They're too good.
Notre Dame's 5th. And they were just in the national championship game.
Yeah, Notre Dame is...
Yeah, but they're not always there. They always find ways to lose.
So, Marsh, you want to go with a team that has history, that is good but not too good. Like a team that you feel like has a chance to win it all but could potentially blow it at any point.
Well, someone did bring up Nebraska. The Cornhuskers.
Yeah. They got a good quarterback.
What about Florida?
Second-year guy. Yeah.
Florida?
Yeah, for Gator. For the Snake Pit.
I could entertain it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I got to see what other people are throwing in there.
How long are you trying to root for this team? Like, is this a lifelong decision?
Oh,
or is
goodness
this
gracious, no.
Is this a 2025
This might be a season. This might be for the season.
He's just looking for a 4 or 5 month hookup.
I'll give you a team.
Okay, I'll put it on the list.
Go with Penn State. We just talked about James Franklin.
No.
Just do it. Why? History can't really win the big one, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to go Ohio State or Michigan. That's like going Bama or LSU.
Can't stand
Penn State's like... Yeah. Marsh likes excitement. Penn State is not exciting.
So you want a team for this year
what
that
about like Oregon?
Nah, they're too good. I said I gave you a team earlier that I think is going to win their conference. But they may not be your brand of ball. You know what I'm saying, Marshy? The Iowa State Cyclones.
I could get down with Iowa State. Here's
Iowa
the thing.
State Cyclones.
I actually visited Iowa State when I was in college, and I had a fantastic time. I actually went to a basketball game. They took on Texas. It was a great time. I had a fantastic time.
That's a team for you.
In Ames, Iowa.
Their head coach's son, your head coach's son, Anthony Beck. Old Rocco is there.
Get down with the clones.
You can weave those two things in, and
might
have found one for him.
You're making a great case.
You know.
What about Arizona State?
Another good one.
I could maybe.
Or as Dunk used to call them, the Scum Devils, because he was an Arizona guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it seems like Marsh is leaning.
Got some work to do.
Iowa State is, I think, is leading the pack right now.
Good for you.
Yeah. Good call on that one, Carey. I do have history with the Clone Nation.
Okay. Just as for 1 year, you're signing a one-year fan contract.
And if I want to re-up after,
you can.
I think I could.
You might be bought in.
618 says Iowa. Absolutely not.
Nah, don't go with Iowa. Iowa's a bit boring.
314.
Will they score a touchdown?
Who knows? Now, they do wave to the kids at the Children's Hospital, which is the best moment in all of college football at every game, every home game.
Amen.
You can't beat that. You're looking for something that to touch your spirit and touch your soul. Iowa Hawkeyes, that moment is amazing. But if we're just talking about, day to day, hey, that brand of ball is
no. Defensively outstanding.
Yeah.
But if you like offensive football, Iowa's not your thing.
Well, let's see. I got a friend's son who's there. TJ Washington Jr. We'll see if
all right.
He's a good running back.
Well, good.
Yeah.
So maybe now they got.
Maybe they can go.
Yeah.
How about this? On Saturdays, I'll root for whatever team I end up choosing, and then on Tuesdays, I'll root for whatever team is playing Central Michigan.
It's great to be.
Why would you
Central Michigan man? It's great to be a Central Michigan man.
Why would you root against the Timberwolves?
A Central Michigan man.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
So that coach gets fired,
and then you get
ultimately
I get hired.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was just going to say you feel better about the program.
Nah, he wants the job.
Moving forward.
He wants the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't see him typing that
didn't see the
letter.
playbook.
You didn't see him typing that letter in the office
Oh, yeah, I was pissed.
to the administration.
Yeah.
618 says Ohio Bobcats.
Another MAC school.
Another 618. Ole Miss in the Grove.
Are you willing to go SEC?
You don't want to go SEC.
I feel like you don't.
That's too.
That's too mainstream.
Too mainstream.
All right, Mark's going to continue to think about it. We'll come back, wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN. anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast, available at 101ESPN.com or on the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Shave Door Company. Oh, there it is. Marsh, when you re-listen to that, you're going to be ticked at yourself.
I'll probably just skip this segment, Anthony.
I don't want to listen to this again. All right, let's find out what everybody learned. CD, what'd you learn today?
I learned from my good friend Anthony Stalter that you cannot cheer for two teams. He will not allow it. He will force you to pick a winner.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Now, if your team lost and they're donezo, then, of course, you can have a playoff team. That's allowed.
Okay, so then I'm a Dodgers fan now.
Well, the Cardinals haven't officially been eliminated.
Have they not?
No.
Not officially.
Not officially.
So there's still a chance.
Oh, yeah. Big
like
chance.
The Undertaker, where he raises from the dead.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marshy, what do you think?
I think you should just have one team. Live and die by the sword.
But what about if they get eliminated and then you have a playoff team?
Yeah, that doesn't work for me.
Rarely makes the playoffs.
Well, then pick a new team.
No, that's even worse.
It is worse. It's a bad look.
It's a cardinal sin.
See what you did there.
Marsh, what'd you learn today?
I learned that if someone is going to hit you, you should hit them first.
If you feel imminent danger, now let me say that so we don't get, flagged by some people or sued. If you feel imminent danger and you don't feel that you can make it out safely. Yeah, I was taught. This is just speaking for me. I was taught. Don't let anybody put their hands on you. You might not get a chance to put your hands back on them.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
What I learned was actually in the office today, Carey and I have very, very similar parenting styles, thoughts, aspirations for our kids. We
want the best for them.
Want the best for them, and I'll leave it at that.
Parenting is hard, man.
Parenting is the hardest thing.
Shout out to all the parents
I've ever done in my life.
Waiting for school to start back up.
Yes. Yes. I got great kids. I can't wait till they go back to school.
Shout out to the teachers, too.
Remember when summer was fun, Carey? Because I don't. Go ahead, Marshy.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
Third star of the day goes out to The Voice.
Oh,
TV show.
Yeah, great show.
Heck yeah.
Even though they screwed up by not putting Carey through the next round.
Hell are they doing?
Second star goes out to multitasking.
Yeah.
Working and listening to the show.
That's right.
And our first star of the day goes out to the listeners for sending in their favorite college football teams and participating in the show.
Yeah.
That's right. Marsh will have his college football team selected by week 0 of the college football season. Looking forward to that. He's leaning Iowa State. For Andrew Marsh, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis, I'm Anthony Stalter. Appreciate everybody listening and watching today. See you.